Arambuya, hello. How you guys doing today, man? How's everything? Wherever you may be coming in from, I say welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining the conversation here today. I want to welcome all you guys for popping in here. We appreciate you. We're going to be talking Liberia today. It's going to be Fun Friday. There's not much heavy on the docket, but the social separation on the docket everywhere. Like I said, I want to welcome you guys. Thank you for popping in here. And thank you for always being with us to talk about Liberia. The good thing that happened in Liberia is not going to stop. And no, we are not going to stop those celebrations because they are absolutely necessary for the improvement of this country. The things happening, the plenty, it's not going to stop. So ourselves, we're not going to stop. And we are going to say this continuously. And our goal here is to continue to explain to our people exactly what is happening in Liberia, the conditions that are helping those things happen, and how we can continue to push it so Liberia can get better. Let's listen. Now we get more machines coming to the country.
The
So
full
let's see a
yellow
little bit.
machines, movie equipment, if you want to call it that way. Simultaneously, it was announced that some agricultural equipment were also to be brought to the country. The yellow machines were 284, but the agricultural machinery were 304 pieces. There have been some delays. The schedule was changed multiple times. But I'm pleased to announce that all the 305 agricultural equipment are loaded already on vessels from China and headed to Monrovia. They are expected to be in the country between August and September. They will deeply complement what the yellow machines will be doing. And just to give you some highlights, they will include some 65 HP tractors. They're going to be 24 pieces. Tractor wagons will be 16 pieces. This flour will be front end loaders will be 16.
Yes, it's not going to stop. And we will continue to highlight what is happening. The agricultural machines are about to hit the country. They are on the ships already. These distributions of these yellow machines have begun. We will continue to let you know what is happening in the country. President Bwaga said he's not going to sleep on anybody. He's going to make sure our people get exactly what they voted for, especially in the improvement of their lives in the counties and in the districts across the country. These machines will be distributed. The agricultural machines are on the way. And like I said before, we will continue to highlight them here. And nobody's going to stop the progress march of this country. This is exactly what President Bwaka has continued to push. I want to welcome Momo T. Johnson to the show. May Tapla, welcome to the show. Yeah, the Baby not yet eating show on there. The Baby really doing the work. What we're hiring him for. James M. Tukolo is out of the state of Ohio. Thomas Owaji, welcome to the show. My brother from Atlanta, Georgia. We say welcome to the show this afternoon. It's beautiful Friday afternoon. Hashim Formula is out of Pennsylvania. Marshall Roseman, welcome to the show. Melvin Morgan, Mr. Morgan, how are you doing? Momo M. Solomani, my brother Momo was popping with you. How's everything on your end, man? Yes, the Pape will continue to highlight what is good for Liberia. Now, I know some people find it extremely difficult to understand that this has to be done This one is going to be done quietly because the machine say they're not even stopping. They're going to keep coming to Liberia because this is what is going to take for this country to develop. And our goal, machines are going they're going to Lofa. I mean, they're going to Nimma. The machines have begun being distributed to Grand Bassa County. There are machines everywhere. They're going everywhere. And we are happy that the distribution has begun across the counties. The distribution has begun. There's a little bit glitch here. I don't know what's going on. So you see the machines are being distributed now. They're going to the various counties. This is a good thing. Machines going to county, Grand Bassa County is going to get their share of machines. These machines are going to be distributed all across the country so the road work can stop. My brother Thomas, same way, welcome to the show. Couple Leon, welcome. Marcia Snotting. Yeah, la machine going Marcia. Boom is going to stop it because Liberia got to develop. Big shout out to President Bwaka and his team for believing in the Liberian people, for sticking by his word to the Liberian people. Like the president said, I serve the Liberian people. I do not serve anybody else. Despite what anybody may think, I serve the Liberian people, and that's exactly what the president has done. In fact, you heard from the president Umo when he said he served the Liberian people.
And so when it was time for us to find someone to lead LEC, people say, well, you remove this person, the donors. I don't work for donors, I work for Liberia.
That's someone coming from. I just want to make sure there are a lot of interference here tonight. Yes, the president said he's not going to focus on an individual, what an individual says. He's going to focus on what he promised to the Liberian people. And part of that promise was to make sure he served the people that have given him an opportunity. In fact, the nurses in Grand Bassa County, they were so excited. They been off the payroll for many years, and most of them are now excited that the president is really getting to the profession that they love to truly serve the Liberian people. Uh, let's watch a little bit. Yes, the nurses are on the payroll. The celebration that is happening across the country, some of our people still cannot believe. People, I will show you a video later on the dancing that's happening in Grand Bassa County as our people trickle into the county. But once in a while, I hate to say this, but I miss home. Sometimes you miss home, and it feels good when you see some things, and you realize, oh, that what happened in Liberia, and you see the celebration of our people now. Some of them misconstrue this to say, oh, Podwalu, there is somebody hungry in Nizo. Oh, Podwalu, Of course, everything in Liberia, things like obligation better for everybody else. And this is the goal. This is the dream for us to continue to elevate Liberia. I don't want to forget about this. I'm sorry you guys said no sound. My apologies. I just realized this was not clicked through. I hope this sound is coming through now. Yes, I think it is. Sorry guys, let's play this back. To the God of Liberia and to the Republic of wicked men. Aye, if you like that music, you must come also. Mado, the revolution music. Yeah. Oh, mama, oh, papa, Mado, yeah, go play your music. If you like that music, you must come also. Mado, the revolution. Yes. I tell you that nostalgic feeling of home. I love the drum beats. I remember as a boy around Christmas time, we would hear this all the time, all over Buchanan. I'm pretty sure for the rest of the country, this is also true, especially along the coast. Beautiful sound of home. It's a celebration, Independence Day celebration. In fact, let me take it to Grand Bassa County small as the people celebrate along the St. John River. I want to welcome Evelyn Golakai Malangolaka. Welcome Abraham Asata Kamara Kroma. Brother Kroma, how are you doing? Welcome to the show. Louis Yasia, welcome. Tusi, how are you doing? Yes, I am equally so happy. Liberia is getting better, and President Bwaka said it best. People say when you do that, one will happen. I don't work for them. I work for the Liberian people. But I've been talking small more before I go in from.
And so when it was time for us to find someone to lead LEC, people say, well, you remove this person, the donors. I don't work for donors. I work for Liberia.
Simple. All right, it doesn't require long calculations. The president of the Republic of Liberia does not work for anybody else. He does work for the people of the Republic of Liberia. President Joseph Yuma Bwaka works for the people of the Republic of Liberia. And people must know this. Decisions will be made. But in all decision that is made, the people of Liberia must be put front and center. And this is what it is. As we celebrate Grand Bassa County, Independence Day in Grand Bassa County, I want to say we are welcome. Let's talk Liberia. We're going to celebrate a little bit today. In fact, the people, before we go to the celebration in Grand Bassa County, the president visited the Muslim community all the way out there in Grand Bassa County. Let's listen for about a minute before we go to the celebration in Grand Bassa County.
So making this program operation is very but the Muslim community in Grand Bassa County have asked me to do special things to two persons. And one of the two persons are
a little bit bad feet out there, but that's the Muslim community in Grand Bassa County. The president had a brief visit and stop out there. We say big shout out to our brothers in the mosque out there in Grand Bassa County. Thank you plenty. I told you guys a beautiful story about a Muslim brother when I was a boy. We get water every day we're coming from school. So we say big shout out to the Muslim community in Grand Bassa County. Let's celebrate this Independence Day across Liberia. This is the time, and the people of Grand Bassa say they won't celebrate. Yeah, they dance more for all. I'm talking. See the senator and dancing.
Then Kai Johnson here with the dance.
I'm letting. For some reason, we're having a little bit of difficulty today with some of these fees. I don't know what's going on with the fees.
Senator Belza got made on Finney with a little dance. Superintendent Kai Johnson here with the dance. With Private Bennett. Event Center will be dedicated by President.
Yes, you're absolutely right, Jima. Angels are equally celebrating with Liberia. I have no doubt about this, because for a very long time we have suffered as a people. Relief will come to this country. There are distributions happening across the country. Distribution of these yellow machines are happening, and nothing is going to stop this. Distribution has gone to Grand Bassa County. Distribution is happening every single where. This is the people in the southeast. Your machine ain't coming. If you're in the Makante, your machine ain't coming. I listen to my younger brother for a
If you
second
don't know this, let
as
me
he
tell
explains.
you in this very short video. The President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph Imam Boakai, has not just gone to Grand Basel to celebrate July 26. The President has commenced the national distribution of the yellow machines that came to this country. As I speak to you right now in this video, this morning, there is a team dispatched to deliver machines in Riverside County, Sino County, and other parts of the southeastern counties. So the celebration is not just meant, to go and merry-make or to celebrate the independence. The celebration is also meant to deliver the yellow machines nationwide. And as I speak to you, the Special Presidential Project Coordinating Committee is distributing machines in the southeast. So share this video. Share this video that it reach everybody. Liberia is changing right in the face of everyone. And now everything the president will be doing, you see it. So our responsibility is to come and let you, the Liberian people, to know what your government is doing. Now, as you see in this video, there are yellow machines on its way to the southeast for distribution. And Special Presidential Project Coordinating Committee. Right now, this morning, the machines are on its way. So thank you so much to share this video. Maybe you don't know this. Let me tell you in this.
Yeah, I just noted that I'm breaking in a little bit. I think I'm breaking in. I don't know what's going on. I will try to see if I can fix it when the guys come on. I noticed that. Thank you for telling me. Mr. Jackson, thank you so much. Yes, the Liberian Diaspora Equity Fund must be elevated. Thank you for your additional contribution. So to make sure we build something in Liberia that we can leave behind to know that we were here. I want to welcome all you guys, man, from across the country. The country will get better. The celebration is happening all over the country. Happy Independence Day. Let's drive on the road to be kind of small before I say anything.
All roads lead to Grand Bassa. Hey. Hey. Our sovereignty day, our African resistance day, our Lone Star of Freedom day. The road is calling, the ocean is calling, history is calling. All roads lead to Grand Bassa. Come swallow down, boy. Come taste the flavors of home. Come walk our golden beaches where the Atlantic whispers. Stories carried across generations. Come stand where history still breathes. Visit the historic landmarks. Yeah, these stories. Feel the legacy. Bring your family. Bring your friends. Bring your love for Liberia. 'Cause Grand Bassa is more than a destination. It's an experience. A people.
Yes, Grand Bassa County is more than a destination. It is absolutely an experience. A people, a hospitable people, come and join and celebrate. No, Gina, they run out of Bassa song. If we start playing the Bassa song, when I'm finished from here, so we'll play our later song. I swear. That one brother then, so that you see, once again, man, you're welcome. You're welcome. Happy Independence Day from across the country. Happy Independence Day. In fact, normally we have not done this for a while. We will play our national anthem because Independence Day is where it's at. Let's play the national anthem. You're welcome. You're welcome. of glorious liberty by God's own command. We are not going back. We cannot go back. We must not go back. We got to go in front so our country can develop. President Bouaka must develop this country by fire, by force. As how I said, even the angels are celebrating Liberia's rise. This country has to develop. And as we begin to see a semblance of development across our country, we're not taking our foot off the pedal. We must continue to push so Liberia can go in front. Like the song said, no more. No more. When we gave this country to lucky Grenada boys who do not understand what it takes to develop this country, Liberia rising, y'all. And we will not take it for granted. In fact, before we start the show, no more. No more.
We will never make that mistake again. Yeah. To elect CDC anymore. Yeah. They said pro-poor but brought more pain. Now JNB fixing what they left in shame. We will never make that mistake again. No more suffering in Liberia. We see the truth, we break the chain. Never again. Oh, never again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They said pro-poor but it was pro-scam.
Never again. This country must rise. Learn Buchanan. I'm going to tell you something. I didn't hear the thing they said. Current in Buchanan. Current going to Barclayville. In Zweju, current there. In Sanikwele, current there. In Vonjima, current there. In Banga, current there. Yeah, we don't have 100%, but someone there for it? No. The paper bringing some there today. I saw on social media. Somebody can say, but the current, why they brought the Buchanan, it was enjoy. We are dream. Oh. So I know man Drew will be living now. If I be not doing dream, if I be doing real thing, that body out of here, I have a dream speech in the swamp where he trying to mimic something he does not understand. The country will develop, and all the Yama put away like bro. They were saying they won't for corruption and wish on. I say 100 damn witches. Just start to show y'all.
Class Reloaded, the #1 online show that brings the truth. Showcasing JNB and JKK progress all across the country.
The Class Reloaded, we are online every day. Showcasing progress the Liberian way.
Well,
JMB and JKK, they're making the way. The Class Reloaded, we're shining today.
From Monrovia City to the other counties, development talk shake the country. We talk the truth, we don't lie. The rescue mission making people smile. Roads getting better, schools better, electricity stable, no more hoping. We see the change, we see the light. Unity Party doing things right. Who talk the facts?
The Class Reloaded.
Who bring the vibe?
The Class Reloaded.
Support development.
The Class Reloaded.
Who better rise again?
Oh yes we can.
Who talk the facts?
The Class Reloaded.
Who bring the vibe?
The Class Reloaded.
Support development.
The Class Reloaded.
Who better rise again?
Oh yes we can. The Class Reloaded, we are online every day.
Every day.
Showcasing progress the Liberian way.
Well, JMB and JKK, they're making the way. The Class Reloaded, we shining today. Turn up the sound, let the people dance. Liberia progress, we get the chance. No fake news, we bring the proof. The Class Reloaded, always in the booth. From social media to the street corner, everybody talking about the new order. Respect to the hosts, they keeping it real. Liberia future, that's the deal. The Class Reloaded.
reloaded.
True.
Baby, horizon.
Progress.
JMB and JKK.
Develop. The rescue mission, we move soon.
Now we will say, Liberia getting better. I want to see the person. I want to see the person. I want to recognize all you guys, man. Siata Tembe, welcome in. Flomo is watching. Yeah, happy blessed flag day from Mama Liberia. Absolutely. Semeji Jasalabasa, welcome to the show. Lovely Mo Flower. How are you doing, Mama? Welcome to the show. Tina Cooper is here. Gina Davis, all you guys from all across the country. Aaron Siafa, how are you doing? Kona Gota, Kwame Kofo, my brother Kwame, what's going on with you? Look, I'm going to say this. There are stages of development. You know, for the last 50 years, it seems, the war destroyed this country. And then after the war, since 2021, since 2001, when the war was technically over, all the way to about 2023, we just sat down and barely moved. Now, some progress was made during that period, especially under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf administration. And then we literally just froze in one place for 6 years, from 2017 to 2023, under the Weale administration. And they love to blame, it's the old of a COVID. COVID barely touched Liberia. But there are stages of development that people tend to forget. And it's our duty to remind people from time to time what the stages of development are. For a long time, all we existed in a traditional society. That means we were on a very primal level. The economy relies heavily on subsistence farming and agriculture. We didn't move anywhere. We took Chapia, we took Bebalon Kole, we took Hope, we said we'll go make farm. We were barely getting anywhere. And then as you improve the system, which President Bwaka has continued to do, we're bringing the machineries into the country. We're bringing the backhoe. We're going to bring in the tractors. We're going to bring in the front end loader. 304 machines, agricultural machines, is already on a ship they're headed for Liberia, with the exception of the yellow machine that are currently being distributed across the country. So those preconditions to development is about to happen in Liberia for us to take off. In the span of less than 3 years, the government has been in power for 2 years, 6 months. In 2 years, 6 months, the yellow machines, the distribution, the road connection, no cars getting stuck on the major highways across the country. You can go in this way. You all happen on 3 years. People find it difficult to believe, but all of this happened on 3 years. Hospital being built, model schools are being built. Electrification is happening aggressively across the country. It happens on 3 years. The preconditions for takeoff has begun. The agricultural machines and those preconditions for industrialization is what you see happening in Liberia today. And then eventually we're going to take off. When the yellow means are data, the agricultural machines come in, more experts are brought on board, we're going to take off. Because our takeoff point now is to pursue the areas of maturity. That means Secretary has the proper institutions to survive on itself. Popodu City can survive almost entirely on itself. Vonjima can survive almost entirely on itself because we have built industries in these locations so they can be able to contribute to the national coffers. And then eventually, maybe we're going to get to the stage of America. You can open your ESBA, food there. I'm saying, well, you can put the food there when I'm be there, but it's not something you think about primarily, which is the age of high mass consumption. Where Hawa you go right now, I'm going to Hawa before, but I guarantee you go to Hawa, you go to Jina Hall, they get 300 pair of shoes. You say that Opa say that get a waste. I'm not joking to you. Anybody Gina get 300 shoes in your closet right now. It is the age of mass consumption. That's what we are pursuing. We want it too. You check it hard. Gina get more clothes than she able to wear. That's an example that reality I talk about, so that I play only people in Bapu to get. That they play only people in Cayman to get. When you get 35 pair of shoes, you want it. Gina David, you go to Gina closet right now. She get nothing less than 50 pair of shoes. I mean, Opa talk, hey, you can carry me to court. I can prove the thing. So this country is going to develop. We are leaving the traditional stage and we are going to another stage. This is the precondition for takeoff. Road connectivity, electricity provision, proper hospital, quality schools across our country. It is happening. When these things start happening, we are ready to take off. If you go to my big sister Roberta Carhouse right now, she got more clothes in her closet. She can put some in people borrow and send it to the library. I said, I mean, Opa talking. I'm joking with y'all. It's the age of mass consumption here in America. We want mass consume. We just want to make sure we got 10 pair of shoes in Vonjima. One person get 10 pair of shoes. We're not getting general. We get 100 pair of shoes. I just need one person get 10 pair of shoes in Vonjima. One person get 10 pair of shoes in San Kode, in Ban, in Bikano, in Fuya. 10 pair of shoes. That's all we're asking for, so we can consume too, so we can produce locally. My brother Duro, the last time I saw Duro closet on somebody posted on Facebook. The men want. Some always will get 2 scopy. Duro, no, I got a lot. You got 2 scopy. You got 1 chair school and you get 1 school shoe. Everybody say me they are lying. I tell me say Opa you lying. We used to get 2 shoe. The one your chair school, you wear that shoe. Your papa will whip you. 2 shoe. You get the other flag at shoe where you can wear every day for school. And then if you lucky, maybe you get 3 pair. But most of all, we have 2 pairs. So now only 1 pair. They call it wash and wear. Why Gina and them passing around with 50? Gina won't get 50 pair of shoes. In fact, I think it was 79. Yeah, 79 pair of shoes. That what Gina get. How I own about 350 pair of shoes. They ain't got space for A, but you get in the school, a shoe box and yeah, llama taking all the wall. When they finish with it, where the uno closet, they take the husband in the closet or grandma by grandma. That they can't pair the shoe they get in the country yet. That what we want from Liberia. From my dad, thank you. And I true, thank you. That's true. Hey, we see. I just want people in Vonjima to get 10 pair of shoes. I just want people in top member to get 10 pair of shoes. Where they can get, the handbag, but they get space for A. They get space for A. I said, Opa talking. They don't get space for the handbag in America. It just wasting water. Every outfit, they get their own handbag. Every up dollar that I one web. My web not take all my side of the closet when I go touch it, but you're not using the D. Every offer get your own handbag. Now how you looking? I want to get it in Wiala to get it on a 17 handbag, to get on a 15 shoe, so we can laugh and live a full life in Mama Liberia. President Bwaka is catapulting this country to a place of prominence. All in all, we'll wrap our hands around this administration, you wrap your hands around this country, because we are seeing the fruits of proper leadership. You know, yeah, he said nothing here. Him, Clifford. Bala mentioned my life behind the river. Yeah. You know, say, oh, him better get who closet. That's the life. That's the age of mass consumption where you can open your ass by. You're not worried about, I mean, you're going to eat that Gary. You're not worried about it. And that's what we must get. And to get there, these agricultural products, these agricultural machines going to get us there. John coming wasting Liberia. Young man, I want you to sharpen your skills. If you're young, like they say in America, go west. I'm going to say to you, young men in Liberia, go back into the interior. As these machines come to Liberia, let's find a way to boost industrialization in our country. That is our task, all. Me, I'm coming home. We're coming to fight. We're coming to fight to live Liberia, because before we die, if God, Jehovah God is so gracious, if Allah himself is so gracious to us and say, you will live a full life, I want to be around until Liberia passes the stage of precondition for takeoff. And Liberia truly takes off, and we drive our country towards modernity, towards maturity, and eventually we can get to Gina Davis's level of mass consumption. Whoa, won't get 300 pair of shoes. My brother Blair, welcome to the show. How many pair of shoes you get? Let me ask you the question. Talkie, me, I only get 7. My man, you're muted. I only get 7. I hope that I'm me. But I only got 7 pair of shoes. So, but why you messing with that boy? Sweet for every bit of 8 hour. Okay, you just unmute again. I don't know if it's me. Can you guys hear Blair?
You getting me now?
I get to you. You're good.
Okay, that's great.
Okay. Yeah.
So you, I'm gonna shoot business in me almost. You talking about small?
My whole closet when I go to you say you're not using the thing. Okay, their clothing can be going to their clothing get there. Then they jam on your clothing in the corner. Don't get relay.
And a good thing.
And you give me that battle.
And the good thing for you, I mean, who the single bachelor? I using that double way single then bachelor again. they get nobody to enter our closet, bro.
For now.
But anyway, we look good, you know. And we moving along. You have something to take you out. You got something to go to church. You got something to work. You know, you got something to go cash out. So by and by, God is taking us through every day, brother.
Okay.
So
Be speaking in cool. I like that one for your one. Abraham, welcome to the show. How many pair of shoes you get?
Oh man, I know my
Yes. Oh, you want job there? Me and say Gina get 3 there. You must say 18 years.
Oh, now they heading here, yeah.
No, that ain't here. That a pair of shoes here. Honorable man, welcome.
Okay, you're going to the that we reach the council and I know council and they can weapon the shoes.
Yeah, that was true. The age of mass consumption. Yes, the pre-condition, Ibrahim. We are mostly still a traditional society. We are the primal level. We're still trying to mango. You know, Maslow hierarchical structure, right? Where you get the inverted pyramid, where you get food, shelter, clothing, blah blah blah, and then you finally self-actualize. Consider managing to the self-actualization level. We still on the food shelter level, so we try to work our way up. What level you on? How many pair of shoes you get, Ibrahim?
Well, for me, my shoe is uncountable.
Hey, the boy. Pastor Messi, man, we did be on the road. Thank God.
Yeah, to the extent that I have packed more than 40 to 50 pairs to ship it back home.
Thank you.
Still my shoe looking like nothing was taken from.
I rest my case. Abraham, before I go to cancel the man, when we were growing up, that I one school be and one church or more school you had, shoe you had. That also.
No, actually that is true. That is
Thank
true.
you.
In fact, I have one that
and your church school, and I remember sometimes you take your church shoe, you care to go play. Because me and my men we used to take our daddy go put in our pool bed. Because your uniform supposed to be clean because my papa would deal with him and uniform daddy and we used to wear shirt, SDA school, and began to wear shirt. So they said, oh, but Opa already getting beat up, Opa don't daddy clothes no more. Now we can take our clothes before they go put in our tea. Then we daddy go play out there, but our whole day. That's the man. I'll do your no shoe by before the Kamoto. Welcome to the church.
I'm over. Why can't roll this shoe be there today? How many pair of shoes I got? You know, no. I mean, no, actually, I don't know.
You don't know?
Here, I think maybe I have maybe 10.
Yeah, see.
But back home in Liberia, I had a whole room for my closet, a separate room. So I don't know. And you know, I stopped wearing the hard bottom shoes for a long time. So it's one of the soft soles and sneakers. I love sneakers.
Yeah.
I love sneakers. So I can't remember how many pairs. I don't know how many pairs of shoes I got. Maybe Mo got more shoes than me. So but seriously, I don't know. I can't count it.
But when we're growing up, but anyway, you're in Yegepa, so maybe you have 5 pairs growing up. Yegepa, you have
I'm in our B block ball.
No,
that one we but black with a mole. He came away in the video and the way you grew up. You had 10 pairs of shoes.
Right now, more closer than smoking or more.
I thought about Nana. I thought about Ewa here.
Nana more closer than smoke.
My man, where me talk about shoe, they know I was coming off. Never had shoe, right? So in the elementary, there were 2 things I used. And for some reason, we used to be happy about it. The first one was there was this Puma with the 6 teeth on the
7 star. The 7 star. You got a 7 star.
Exactly.
The black Puma.
So we used to wear that one to school and we're happy for 2 reasons. 1 or 2 reasons. Number 1, you use it for school. Number 2, you use the same thing to play the football inside.
Hey, good boy.
So that was cool. The next thing we used was Tipote. Tipote brought some kind of Bora in the country and our papa then they say you are not wearing any Western thing. You know, they used to cut the tire.
Hey, Bob, you can't allow the Mecca for it.
They do the tire and then they put the inner tube on top of it.
But maybe jugging people.
So those are the 2 things. I came to Morovia before I started using shoes.
But when I'm playing for my shoe can be passing my shoe. I get plenty shoe there.
But you they all put Tottenham
But I
style
won't
here.
you know Kini Sakpa. That only man know Kini Sakpa.
Yeah.
No,
The brother was saying you
yeah, that plastic sign of Kini Sakpa.
Guinness Sakpa. Will it
I
lie?
offer what we done was so.
Yeah, that one who play football is like Kini Sakpa.
Will it lie?
When it's so high,
Yeah. But hey, we have serious need for a Buchanan. Councilor Man, welcome to the show, man. What's on your mind regarding anything today? We got tons of agricultural machines. People have been talking about it. Now, everything the president has promised, he has pushed to make sure he achieve it. He said, I here to work for the Liberian people.
You know, today as we get on the verge of celebrating our 179th independence, you know, something just popped to my mind. I don't know how possible it is, Dwali, but I said Friday I was going to be talking light things, and I wanted to talk about something else. But I thought that I want to find a way that we can interact with our people, whether by text or by phone, a lot today. I just wanted people to think for a moment and say that what the single thing today that makes you proud to be a Liberian, whether you are home or you are abroad. I know some way, somehow, whether you got another nationality set, but you believe that you are a Liberian, what is that single thing that makes you proud to be a Liberian? Maybe we could be reading the text messages, but I was just looking for a way to interact with people on our call the name, call the text message, but maybe the other guys have something else today because most of the people
actually, it's a good recommendation.
When we talk serious thing, because actually what was on my agenda was how we could start talking about creating wealth through the service industry. I said that I think the government should start thinking about diversifying and giving and putting most of those things in the private sector so Liberians can start to come up. That's what I want to talk about. But the government will not be listening now. I think when the mowing go become so I know you mowing going back, sir.
The mill go later on. More I gotta keep muting you. You gotta echo, okay?
Yeah. So normally I've never attended a 26 celebration. I've gone to Armed Forces celebration once. So I don't normally it's not part of me, but I'm trying to go tomorrow. That is if I got up tomorrow on the right side, I might go. But I don't know yet. I've not made a decision.
You see, all right. But let's listen to the rest of
the mute.
My
I got you.
They say always low.
So when you talking, you're fine. When you talking, you're fine.
Somehow,
or when somebody else talking. So right now, when you're talking, you're fine mobile. When somebody else talking, there is an echo. Right now, you're okay. And Councilor Martin, that's a great recommendation. It's just a chill Friday because I didn't want to make it a very heavy Friday. So really, it's just about the Independence Day celebration. And what we'll do, we'll try to read most of your comments here tonight and have an interaction. Maybe we'll read your comment if it's quite interesting. You put your number up there or you call the number on the screen and then we interact with you. Just to understand what's happening. I love the recommendation. Let's come to you, Brother Blair. What's popping? What's going on with you? Or if you have an additional recommendation.
Basically, it's just about the training issues around the country. I'm glad that the yellow machines have begun to move into the counties, beginning with the southeast. I don't know why the guys from LMTV, they didn't put the caption as to which of the county, but it just said in general, the distribution of the yellow machines have begun with to go into with the southeast region. I don't know if it's Jide, Grand Crew, or Maryland or what, but the most important thing is that the machines have begun to roll on to the counties. Secondly, those suspects who were arrested were arraigned before the Moravia City Court today, Pinsville City Court, and they will be spending time. They will be spending a night, fortnight tonight in prison. And then the last one is I just did a post this evening and I said Froggy and Friend will be disappointed because Gregory is going nowhere. So whatever Froggy and Friend think they can talk about to want to denigrate the character of a serviceman who have sacrificed his life and time to country. The man, myself, I know the guy, one of the easiest guy. He and I were classmates from 5th grade to 10th grade. The guy would say that wouldn't talk, very intelligent. He has given his time to serve his country. He have one or two people because of some vindictive reasons and things are not going their way they want to be. All of the good things that are happening in the country, that independence time that we should be talking about harmony and what is happening, the government's efforts to fight drugs and off the streets, which will save many young people life, even elderly people's life. They choose to go negative on the country and talk things that are contrary, irony. Every day they go and fabricate and fabricate. I begin to call in the fox jump under the lizard dog, or the fox jump over the quick fox jump over the lizard dog. That's a story they're passing all around with. But however it is, I think the suggestion brought by Councillor Mine this evening, it is a very good thing. Sometimes we talk, but it's good sometimes we hear more from the audience and to gauge.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And my brother Abraham, for example, Edith Wally said, the election of Joseph Yuma Boakai and Jeremiah Kpankun, I have lived to see the roads in Liberia getting better. I know sometimes we think they're nothing, but this is a big deal. Giving people who have traversed the entire country, the likes of Mo, Council of Mane, when I go into Liberia County, when we're real bad for me, my thing is stopping Kanta, is stopping beginner. That my own Liberia, I'm going anywhere else. Let me go to Kiman Way. That's it. That's what I'm happy about. The president, VP, a blessing to Liberia. I agree. Edith, absolutely agree. My brother Abraham, let's hear your take before we begin reading some of these comments and highlighting some of them to have an exchange with the audience today.
What is some of mine? Let me say evening to Councillor Mine, Mo, and you, Black, and Brother Duaro. Let me say welcome to our viewers and our followers. Make sure you share the show. But what is some of mine? It has to do with the police. The police, I strongly believe at this point, Greg need to be careful. At this point, Greg need to be careful because lot of his core officers, not a right-hand man in the police, they are now linked with this drugs issue. There are some of them linked with this drugs issue. Like Senator Bravo Brown, son, who is the chief of patrol, he is allegedly linked with the transporting of these drugs. Now, his own right-hand man. Now, when you listen to the case, now I get to understand last time that it was not Greg who arrested, who was able to disrobe Dean. It was Prince. It was Prince C. Johnson who called Johnny Dean and we were also asking some tough questions. From there, he was able to call that lady, Fifi, who paid the money to Dean. But what I'm trying to say is that let Greg be careful. Let him be careful because the investigations will not leave no stone unturned. Anyone who is linked with the drug issue, you will go down. This drug issue is a serious issue. We don't think to take it for fun. I urge the police and I urge other security apparatus for them to be able to take it very seriously. It will be interesting for you to know what happened now to the LDA. You don't hear them biting. You don't hear them talking.
But they're working.
It is a joint security operation at this point. I'm not cutting you off, brother. And you know what you saying. I cannot dismiss that, but um, crew people already know how to tell story. What you saying there?
You can start with some.
It was a story that was told last night by Froggy and Friend. Okay, the quick brown frog jumped over the lazy dog. They structured that story well, as though they were in the investigation room and everything. But what you're saying, nobody can dismiss it. Anything can happen. Okay. But the reason why I wouldn't go with that tales of the story when you find a group of people that never sit and talk one positive thing about the country, but use a platform to spew out negative from Sunday to Sunday because of some vindictive reasons. One person vindictive, one person because the platform upon which they build mansion in the country and became well known, that platform doesn't exist under this government. But what you're saying is the fact. Greg has to be careful. People that are closest to his proximity, they have been dragged into this thing. Like Johnny. Johnny is not directly involved with the drugs, but being compromised in the investigation. That is the thing. So Johnny was not involved with the drugs, he's compromised. Now, the story they're carrying around. Ogradio Como, well-trained police and intelligence officer, will arrest 317 million United States dollars worth of drugs and settle for 8,000. No, it's not impossible, but looking at the kind of a person we're talking about, who've been in the security service for quite a long time. But it is not impossible because money is temptation. And it's temptation that brought Satan from hell to the
Yeah, but Abraham,
why you can't bring all
exactly
on the
that's what I want to say because we don't know any facts about
that's what they say thing you can be talking. Abraham the thing talking all that thing like security put to you.
I get reliable source.
You get reliable source. Yeah, because it's very heavy. Because what people say, yes, they compromise. So for me, I don't even want to talk about that because it's just propaganda until it comes in the press. But what my brother Abdul said before, we're gonna start the show right away. Abraham, no, I come in to go up to Mo. So Abdul, my brother Abdul Torre is asking, Dwadu, where the Pape getting all the money from to carry on the development that other parts could not do? And I'm going to say this quickly and more if you can chime me on it as well. Look, there is something called leveraging and setting your priorities in order. Okay. So it seems the other administration were not thinking about it. The overhead bridge, for example, is being funded by the Chinese. The Chinese were willing to fund this from the beginning of President Weah administration, when he did not have the leadership to actually get that money from the Chinese. The expansion being done by the Japanese, the money coming from the Japanese. These yellow machines, we all know how they were funded. Some of the money were borrowed through banks, and Liberia will pay some of the money back. If you think about the PV4 deal going all the way to Bullwater side, the 4-lane highway, that money is leveraged. Portion of that money coming from the company, and Liberia will pay some of that money over the span of a certain number of years, and then the road's going to be told. So the Pape is leveraging his position so he can expand the way he does development across the country, and that's where he's getting the money from. Mo, let me hear your take. I'll be highlighting them, and then we'll to discussing them.
So, good evening to everyone again. It's easy to get the money to carry on development, not at the scale of developed country, but at our level, or you're not stealing. One of the thoughts that usually kill us in government is that it has to be billions of dollars before you can start a development project. It's like you get land, you want to build a house. And then the first thought that comes to you is, I got to get all the money to build a house. Once you start like that, you're never going to build a house. When you get 10, I go buy one block, you keep it. They reach foundation level block, you put it in there. And once you start, that urge is always there to complete. Let me show you two examples. The other day, one former deputy managing director of what the place name, Water and Sewer came to visit to see the place, and the guy was just sitting looking. You know what he said? He said, I never thought this building could be transformed like this. I said, why? He said, because We never believed it when we were here. Now seeing it so different means that anything is possible.
Anything.
When we started the water project in Bapulu, in Bupolu, 250,000. Now 1 million. 250,000. The next thing they came, they say, we don't want where we ate the money. Today we are connecting homes. So you start small, you will end up big. And that's why Joseph Walker believes in, and that's why all the people who work with him, they believe in that philosophy. That's why we are making strides. We are achieving. I see Honorable Rani Samuka here. Let's not waste his time. It's a very big man. I think we get started. How are you?
Thank you, Mo, for recognizing. I appreciate it. Honorable Samuka, welcome again. The distributions have begun. We have a lot of questions about these distributions. Are the facilities ready? How many counties?
Plenty for the network.
Yeah, okay. But you please ask Mo on Monday, please change that computer, because every time you talk, I got to put my volume on very loud. Then when anybody else talking, I got to bring it down. I don't know if everybody else more volume is
low. That's right.
Low.
More is low.
Yeah,
more is
I
low.
see people even complaining. Y'all gotta buy me new computer now.
Who buying you new computer? You all the 200,000 now you stole to go through the whatever.
They better call out table. They will say, so almost the machine distribution, they are happening. Give us an update. The Liberian people are listening to you across the country on various radio stations, from Classic, the Voice of Lofa, to Radio Kwatike, Ablije Radio, anywhere in the country, Top FM, all over the country, they are listening to you. What's going on with the yellow machine?
Please permit me. Let me properly introduce the minister.
Okay,
because,
please. Your old boss man.
He's not my old boss man. He's my father.
Oh, okay.
That man is my father. That man has been a father to me since I don't know when, and he taught me almost everything I know in leadership. He taught me everything I know in security and being responsible and being somebody with integrity and protecting your name and your principles and your values. I'm so glad that he's here to join us today. And Uncle BJ, good to see you. And
thank you.
Welcome to the platform, and I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, our colleagues. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate the efforts you have made for us to inform our people. Let me bring you up to speed. The yellow machines launched today upon the instruction of His Excellency the President, as well as the Vice President of the committee. The chairman of the board of the Yellow Machine Board of Authority authorized the beginning of the deployment of the machines today. Today, 3 sets of equipment were being deployed towards the southeastern region. The southeastern region of Grand Juda County, southeastern region of River G County, as well as the southeastern region of Harper, Maryland. As I speak to you now, the machines are arriving in Tapeta, and they'll be spending the night in Tapeta, and tomorrow morning they'll be heading towards Zwedru. The superintendent and the citizens of Zwedru are seized with the anticipated arrival of the machines, and we are very happy that the machines arrive safe and secure, and we pray that it will continue to do so. The first set of equipment arriving in Grand Juda includes a bulldozer, an excavator, a backhoe, a motor grader, a fuel tank. All of the machines have fuel tanks to be able to supply fuel. 1 service trucks that can service the machine, the equipment in the event of a breakdown. 4 dump trucks. 4 dump trucks. What we have remaining is 1 front end loader and what we call tractor head. So that one is being assembled here. And very soon when it gets completed, we'll deploy that to Zwedru. Ongoing to River G, on Sunday will be 1 bulldozer, 1 excavator, 1 motor grader, 1 backhoe, 1 compactor, 1 tank of fuel, 1 water tank, 1 service truck, and 3 dump trucks. So these are intended at the first set of equipment that are leaving the country. And what is remaining for River G will be a front-end loader and dump trucks. And finally, on Monday, very likely Monday, Maryland, the truck will be the equipment will be arriving in Maryland. That include about the same thing: one bulldozer, one excavator, one backhoe, one compactor, one motor grader, service trucks, tanker fuel, tanker water truck, one dump truck. What is remaining will be 8 dump trucks and one front end loader for the people of Maryland. Grand Bassa County, we hope to deliver to Grand Bassa County by Monday. By Sunday, this coming Sunday to Grand Bassa will be a set of excavator, bulldozer, backhoe, one compactor, one motor grader, one fuel tanker, one water tank, 4 dump trucks, one service truck, and will be remaining a front end loader. The reason why there are few of the machines still remaining is that you don't want to deploy things that have taken 6 weeks on the sea, given all of the potential of a rust to go up there and then not function. So we've been taking our time, managing each equipment. The mechanics from Liberia and the experts from China from the factory were here. They have been working on these machines since their arrival in February. And I can say to you that all of the machines are in full functional capacity. They are deployed and they are ready to work. We've got a great team led by the Deputy Technical Coordinator, Paul Wilson, assisted by the Deputy Coordinator for Operations, St. Jerome Labely, and a team of other Liberians that have gone along, including females. We don't make any distinction. We make sure that those with quality performance can be able to go and do that. So we are very happy that the machine have finally taken off. I can tell you, and maybe you may have seen it on the website, the euphoria reception received as the machine passes through these counties going towards, on their way towards Zwedru. So yes, they left this morning at about 10 o'clock and arriving in Zwedru, in Tapita about 9 o'clock as I speak. They will spend the night, and then tomorrow morning they will take off for Zwedru. They will spend the night in Zwedru. Then they'll take off for River G. They'll spend the night in River G, and then take off for Maryland. Spending the hours in the different counties would allow them to stage the machine correctly into the hubs, to turn the machines over to the superintendent until we have the county coordinators appointed for those machines. The superintendent and his co-op official will hold on them, will manage the machines, and with the support of the national security, they will provide protection, particularly the AFL, in the interim until we can arrange for the civilian elements to come and take charge of the security. So to date, that is what has happened. Can anybody hear me?
Okay, Honorable Samukai. If you're not, yeah, we can hear you. You're going in and out, but you're good. You're good so far. So the distribution that has begun is going to the first 3. It's going to Bassa, Grand Gita, and what else was it? River G. The first few distributions.
It's going to Grand Gita. It's going to Grand Gita first. River G second. Maryland third. And then Grand Bassa 4th on Sunday.
Okay. So are the hubs ready? The hubs that were being built, I know the AFL and there was some contractor building hubs in the counties. I know Lofa, Bon, Nima, and Bassa were getting 2 sets of these machines. Is this still going to happen?
That's correct. Lofa, Bon, Nimba, and Grand Bassa County will be having 2 sets of machines. They'll be having 2 hubs. So yes, these hubs are pretty much ready. Wherever we are.
Okay, speak up a little bit.
In Grand Bassa, one of the hubs is ready. Grand Gita is fully ready. River G is fully ready. Hub including the lights, the fencing, the security booth. We're going to build a water tank. The fuel tanks that are there at the same time, the maintenance bay where the trucks will go for maintenance on a regular routine basis. So yeah, those facilities are available and they are ready. The others are being built so that by the time we are deploying, they'll be ready.
Okay, so basically each hub is fully enclosed and it is cut off from civilian traffic. Yeah. Nobody can go there. It is fully secure. It's self-contained.
That is correct. That is correct. It has a security booth. is enclosed in a fence on a minimum 5 acres of land to accommodate the 15 equipment that each of the counties will be receiving, in addition to those that will be receiving 2.
Okay. Honorable, you got any questions for regarding the machine, sir?
Yes. So, Honorable Sambukai, I know you have said this a couple of times, but if you can just briefly, for the sake of our people listening abroad and at home, how are these machines going to be operated? Right. It is important for people to understand, are they just going to get there and just start getting wherever somebody wants to go in the road, or how are they going to be operated?
Right. So first of all, the purpose of the machines is to support government development efforts in improving the roads and living conditions and access of our people in the villages, towns, cities, upcountry. Our effort is to complement what the Ministry of Public Works that have the statutory responsibility for managing and building all of our roads. So we will support that all roads identified to be assisted in the counties will be roads that have been identified by the county leadership. When I say county leadership, I mean the superintendent and all of those appointed, elected officials, including both the House and the Senate, they all be involved in the decisions in the county through their caucus, identifying the kind of roads, the areas of the roads that they would like to see rehabilitated. I can tell you that many of the counties have submitted a very extensive amount of roads that cannot be completed in the first 7 months of our operations. So what we have done is we've gone back to them and asked each county to look at the laundry list of items of roads that they wanted to fix and prioritize the top 3 to 5 that they would like us to begin. For an example, beginning in the cities to open alleys, clear up alleys in the cities, we'll be prepared to do that. For an example, areas that have high priority of population, access to hospital, access to schools, or areas that have been completely cut off in the past, or road conditions have been extremely difficult. Those will be identified by the counties, not by us, by the county leadership. When I say leadership, I mean both appointed officials and elected officials. They will make a determination, and we'll take that determination, and the Ministry of Public Works will then design the cost, what we call the BOQ, the bill of quantity for each of these projects, and then we'll have a discussion with the Ministry of Finance, and those discussions will lead to the funding required for us to carry on the work. What we have done is to prepare. I thought somebody was asking.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah,
you're breaking. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So we have gone in and we're going in prepared to begin work. For an example, when we get there and one superintendent or the citizen says, we want to go try the machine now so we can see what I can do. Well, we got some fuel to do something like that. Maybe to clear up the market where the dikes are. Maybe to open an alley where the superintendent and the people want us to open. Maybe to open an access road where they want us to open. We'll be doing all of this until all of our equipment are fully assembled in the county so that we can undertake major works. And all of the inputs that are required. For an example, access require bridges. They require things that are needed to make sure they can get from point A to point B. So we're trying to purchase those, whether it's steel rod for embankment or cement for embankment or sand, all of those will come later on. But right now we are moving the equipment to the counties for the counties to have and host their machines.
So Honorable, that it's also important to find out what kind of roads are we building, so that tomorrow somebody can think that we can be full-in highway with those machines.
No.
Oh, they go broad. They say they can build a road, they can open a road, and they can't do. So, what kind of roads are we talking about on this scale with these machines?
Okay, these machines are designed to support and complement the efforts of central government through the Ministry of Public Works. It is not done in isolation. Everything that we're doing is in conjunction with the engineers of the Ministry of Public Works. However, the decision for the kinds of roads that need to be fixed and built or connected, towns and villages and cities and hospitals and schools that need to be connected, is the decision of the local authorities, including elected and appointed officials. The special committee which I had, that is the Yellow Machine Committee, do not select roads. It is not our responsibility to select roads. We are to support the local administrator in the decision by the leadership of the county on what they consider to be the priority for which they want the machines to be utilized. So that's what we'll be doing. So we're not going to say we're going to build a 4-lane highway. No. If there's a town called Sled Town that is going to be connected to Uwedu, and the town takes maybe it's about 2 or 3 kilometers. No. And it takes about 3 to 4 miles, and it connects to a hospital, or it connects to a school, or it connects to a major market, or it connects to a major city. And that is what the citizens want. A BOQ will be done with the county engineer from the Ministry of Public Works, and it will be submitted to the Yellow Board, the Yellow Machine Board of Authority, subsequently to the Ministry of Finance for support in order for us to carry out. Most of the support is going to come in terms of fuel, the maintenance of the vehicle, and the operation of those vehicles, and the purchases of Bailey bridges, the construction of those bridges using embankment, sand, cement, steel, and what have you. Culverts that'll be needed to get these things going. So yeah, pretty much that's what we're going to be doing.
Before I go over, before I go over to my colleagues, I guess the question I was asking is that, is it going to be feeder roads, primary roads, quota roads?
No quota roads.
Because like between Zwedru and now Bebo Kelibo, there's some kind of dirt road, but it's been so solid that now the rains can't even spoil the road. All right, but that gravel road. So I'm asking that's the question I was trying to get. What kind of road will it be? Because before people start thinking about asphalt road or
no. As a matter of fact,
what?
For the information, I think the government is working on asphalt road in the southeast and throughout the country. Whether it's between Harper and River G and Grand Jita to Tapata. Yeah, those roads are the responsibility of the Ministry of Public Works. All of that is the responsibility of the Ministry of Public Works. We are only there on feeder roads, farm to market roads, roads connecting towns, road connecting town to school, road connecting town to hospitals, hospital to schools, roads that the villagers, that the people in the town and people in the district and people in the county deem it necessary, are very essential to avoid isolating any of the communities that are out there in the outreach. So we will not be involved in quota roads. Absolutely not.
It's very well. Before we go to Blair, Honorable Samuka, I just want you to answer this question briefly. This is being done entirely by the government of Liberia and not some project or representative or senator or put the name on the machine, the picture on the machine. The government doing it where? NIA?
This is being done solely by the Liberian government and the Liberian people. As a matter of fact, predominantly, unless where the county does not have the technical expertise, every person working on these machines in the county would have come from the county itself. For an example, the deployment to River G will give priority to River G citizens who are qualified to do the work. Deployment to River G, Grand Jita, Maryland, Nimba, Lofa, anywhere will be given priority to those citizens from the county that are qualified to do the work. Unless where a county is short on a specific technical expertise that they don't have, we will look first to the adjacent county where there's cultural similarity and what have you, and to consider that before we go out. But there's no input. All of the applicants are predominantly locals living and working in the location or from the location and would like to go back. So you will not be hired in Monrovia for Grand Jury. You have to go to Grand Jury to take the test. You will not be hired in Monrovia for NIMBA. You have to go to NIMBA to take the test and get qualified and live in NIMBA. So you must be a local from the county in order to get that employment opportunity.
Thank you. Blair, your question to the former minister. On mute, sir.
Good evening, Honorable Samakai. I hope.
Good evening.
I see you doing great already because I see the momentum on your face now that you begin to now that you begin to dispatch.
You know, thank you. That's the key word. You know what it takes to get this machine to move? Imagine what could happen on the road. So there was a lot of education to the drivers, education to those who operate. Whatever it takes, you have to follow the safety guideline giving you the mileage you have to run. I mean, a whole package of fairness before we finally took off today, and the president said, "You can go ahead."
I know the tax, and the weight you bared over the past close to 1 year, bringing those machines in the country, the pressure, the perception of people. The negative thoughts about people who want for your mission to fail, but yet you kept going on because, I mean, you already have the training as a military man, courageous to always be in the field and fight the battle to the end. And I think that is what is carrying you. I want to appreciate you for that. But then my first question is, your position was not an appointed position for confirmation, right?
No.
Okay. Because you know, these people, they're quick to call people with contempt vote or non-convenience this, that, because I know there are certain things that you're not agree to. So,
you wouldn't
be there. I mean, they must have working good. I mean, you know, I explained, I gave them the chance to express their view, but encourage cooperation with the local leadership.
Okay. But basically, I know your capability. So, as question comes to my mind, I will ask them. But for now, I'm really good with you. 100%.
Thank you.
Thank you, Blair. I say you have a question. Somebody had a question, and I believe I forgot his name, but he said eventually, will you guys consider putting cross routes on these roads if the money is available to do that in the future? That was another person's question. If you can answer that before we go to Abraham.
Yes, most of what we do, nearly probably 96 to 97% of what we're going to do will be approved by the engineer in the county.
Okay.
Yeah, the engineers in the county for the Ministry of Public Works have the technical expertise. We are only managing the assets to be used to get this job done. So we are working in conjunction with the Ministry of Public Works. Right now, for an example, the recruitment exercise that is taking place throughout the country is being spearheaded by the Ministry of Public Works in collaboration with us. So we're working toward as a team to make sure there's no one taking anything over the other, but respecting the specific expertise of each institution. In this case, no, we will not be doing anything other than that which the engineers of the Ministry of Public Works would have put into their design. And the BOQ, and that is the bill of quantity and the costing and the timing and the kind of equipment that are needed. We will manage the equipment and the operators of those equipment.
Thank you. Abraham, your two questions.
Yeah, Honorable Samukai, good evening.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
One of my questions has to do with the recruitment process.
Right.
How is the recruitment process is done? It wants to be qualified for them to be a part of this team. Whether they will be stationed in the counties where they are assigned, or they will be given time for them to be able to go. And then when you guys have a mission for you guys to be able to construct the road, then they will be able to come. I want you for you to be able to go through that with me, please, with us.
All right, thank you. So we have 2 seasons in Liberia. We have the dry seasons, and then we have the rainy season. I think climate change have shown that we have 7 months of dry and pretty much 5 months of raining. So we're trying to maximize the 7 months. So we are hiring people on the basis of a contract. The contract will allow us not to have idle employees. That is, there's no work and you pay the man the same money. So the contract will allow us to make sure that 7 months of your contract, you are working and paid 100%. 5 months of the contract where you may or may not be assigned, simply because there's not enough work to be done, you'll be given 50% of your money to make sure, so that we don't lose that expertise. So we don't say go sit down. No, you are still part of the entity, although it is 50% less than what you were making. As soon as you get back on the 7 months, you are receiving 100%. Our recruitment exercise is a combined team of the Ministry of Public Works, led by the Ministry of Public Works, and facilitated by the Yellow Machines Committee. So that's what we do. We provide support and assistance. They have broken the teams down into going to the southeastern region, into the west and the northwestern region. And as I speak to you, the teams are out. They should be returning by now because of the holiday season. And immediately after the holidays, the team will be returning to the west, going to Bomi, going to Bapulu, and going to Cape Mount. Subsequently, Bong, Nimba, Lofa, and then Grand Bassa, Sino, River says. That is how the teams are going. Right now, we have completed the Grand Crew, River G, Maryland, I think Sino, and I think there's another county that is out there. The teams are moving. Those that were going to Bombing, we have recalled them until after the holidays. All of the recruitment results will be completed, put together, and submitted to us with a recommendation as to each county who is qualified to be an operator for each and any one of those machines. And those individuals will be contacted. They'll be contacted, and by September, just before the end of the rainy season in October, by September, we'll contact them and bring them to their county location, the county seat. They'll go through an orientation process, and by October, they'll conduct what you call a technical orientation on the equipment, meaning we'll introduce you to your machine that you already know how to operate to make sure you are familiar with these machines. We'll make sure the machines are properly serviced, and then subsequently by November, when it's finally launched by the president nationwide, the machines will run nationwide on that particular day. When the day is selected, all of the counties will be on the standby, all of the drivers will be on the standby. The initial project would have been identified, and the president, under his gavel, will call each county and talk to them, speak to them, give them his mandate, and authorize them to move the machine, and the man will kick the machine, bam, boom, and begin to go, and the exercise will continue that way. So that's the whole plan of how we intend to do it. We'll also be having some technical capabilities to monitor the operation of the machine, the servicing of the machine period, the geolocation of the machines, and to avoid abuse, waste, and idle time on these machines. So all of that is technically being prepared. It takes a lot of time. I know people may want us to rush, but we hope that with the patience that they see us exercising, it's intended for us to do it right. If you can recall, in 1976, if you were around or you've done some homework on it, when President Talbot launched the machines, he sent people to Tanzania. And those operators were trained to come back and manage the machines in different counties. For us, luckily, we're doing it locally because of the expertise that have come and the management skills that are there. We'll make sure that the machines are properly utilized, properly serviced, properly maintained for the people of the county. So yes, all of that exercise has been done by Liberians, managed by Liberians. Nearly 99% of our contracts will be Liberian, with the exception of the first 2 years of the spare part maintenance of the equipment will be done by the manufacturer of the equipment. And then subsequently, that service will be provided at outsource.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Senator. Thank you, Ibrahim. And I know you got women. I've seen the videos, but a woman is asking a question. You're hiring our females as well, correct?
That's correct.
Can you speak on that?
As a matter of fact, most of the people who have passed the excavator test are women. I don't know why, but that's how they are. Most of the excavator tests, yeah, they're good at it. The dump truck, they drive it, and we're encouraging them. We're not making a distinction.
No BB machines.
Yes. We have women that you will see them operating, and they have some schools in town that are training individuals. And some of those individuals have done more for themselves in addition to what the schools are training them. And so we are very happy and very glad. We hope more will come. Encouraging most of them to come out and take the test. You know, you can be recommended, but your appointment will depend on you operating that machine.
That's right.
Your recommendation does not make you to get employed on the machine. It's you. You have to operate in the presence of the public work person. And he cannot select someone who cannot operate the machine. So I know people want to recommend, I know somebody who can do it. We encourage you to go and take the test. There's no shortcut to the test. There is a practical test and there's a verbal test. You must have a driver license that shows that you're a heavy-duty operator. First and foremost, you must be medically cleared. You must be able to operate the machine on demand, meaning that when it's time to go, you have to go. So what we did, and let me disclose that, we did an initial hiring of 21 individuals. They were trained for almost about 3 months. These 21 individuals are the first set of individuals to move the machine to any county. They can move any of the machines because we needed to take the machine from point A to point B, number one. Number two, the AFL has engineers. So we're able to collaborate with the AFL. We utilize the engineers to help to move our machine and to train some people. Number three, the Ministry of Public Works has engineers and operators. So we're able to access those individuals and they're able to move the machine. Because you're talking about hundreds of people to move these machines. You're talking about 285 pieces. Then of course, GSA. GSA has some mechanics and individuals who have some expertise. So it's a combination of all of this we were able to put together to get a team to proceed. And we are very happy that the team have been able to make it out there tonight.
Thank you. Thank God. Thank God. It's now who know you job, and we really appreciate that. Abraham, did you ask her 2 questions? I just want to be sure.
No, my second question already been answered. So.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. And this job that I would know you as the former minister, as the current director over the Yellow Machine saying, but before more come in, are you going to create a website or at least a minimum of Facebook?
Yes, we do.
Page? Okay,
yes,
good.
we do. We have both. It's called the Special Presidential Coordination Committee, SPPCC.
Okay.
And then once you Google that, you will see the whole thing come out. Or they have another one where you can say Yellow Machine Board of Authority. So it is out there and it's being managed by 3 librarians. So it's not an individual, got a team. Everything is a teamwork. So we got 3 librarians who are managing that website. And we'll take ideas. We don't have all of the ideas. We'll take ideas on what needs to be done. But yes, and they are out there along with LBS.
Authority, you said Yellow Machine Board Authority.
Yeah, YMBOA, Yambwa.
Okay.
And then SPPC, SPPCC.
SPPCC. Thank you so much. I will look it up to show you while we're going live.
Right.
One time at the Mika press briefing, he clearly stated that he's not the final decision maker. The final decision making comes from the Yellow Machine Board.
That's correct.
Mo Ali, your question to the minister regarding this. This is beautiful. Honorable Senator, I love this. I love it. I'm extremely excited. Mo, your take.
So actually, I don't have a question. I just wanted to say thank you, and we are expecting Cape Mountain soon. I see all the other people from Nando.
Yes, come on, you can read the show.
But wait, you can me find that place.
I don't want to see you get more. That's the pride there. But then call Kim in the proper time. Call, do you have any question? Yellow Machine distribution is happening across the country while your expedition. And yes, we mean them working. Without answer Yellow Machine?
First of all, Minister Samakai, hello. It's been a long time. How have you been?
I've been okay. Thank you so much for asking. How you doing?
I'm good. So I came on because I heard Councilor Ma say, "Don't BB machine and we're making it dry." So I said, "There's my cue to come in."
You want to drive that machine?
Trust me, they can do it.
Listen, I was the bus lady of Cape Desperado. I can drive.
I was just saying that, but I know,
I can drive
especially
in Cape Bus, I can drive anything.
No, but if you go to ArcelorMittal right now, most of the heavy duty drivers are women. So I know that. I was just asking for the sake of our people.
Of them, but a good number of them.
Most of them, a good number of them are women. And I was just asking, I guess, for our people to know that the women are doing great. You know,
they are.
Yes.
Yeah. But
I came on a big fuss. Now you've diffused the whole thing. You've de-escalated.
I know. I say that 26 times, no making plan with you. But Mr. Samuel,
de-escalated. So now what do I have to say?
In Liberia,
as a matter of fact, just for information, the technical person on this whole yellow board machine is a female.
Oh wow!
I mean, we have a male and we have a female. So if you go there, these are managers, they are recruiters. They do the recruiting, they do the hiring, they do the evaluation, they do the testing. I mean, they're pretty much right there. They're in the mix of everything.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I don't have any questions for Minister Samukai, but I will just say that I am very much confident. I have 100% confidence in you, Minister. Anything you do, I know you do it to the fullest. Extremely professional. I worked, in the same administration that you did, and you were one of those that I always was like, okay, if Ronnie's doing this, then that means I had a way to go. So you set a good example of leadership for the rest of us in how to keep, command and control of an institution. So I know, I knew the yellow machines were important when they announced you to manage it. I thought, but then the president taking their thing very serious. That's how it was. I said, if they bring in Minister Samukai and then, this is a very serious thing. So thank you. I listened to everything that you said. Very informative, very educational. I look forward to seeing what they will do in Nimba. There's places in Nimba County still that are hard to access. Access.
Right.
Hard to access. And, Nimba is a very populated place. It's not one of these, sparsely populated counties, but still we have struggles in a densely populated area with road connectivity. So just moving, a pathway for people to be able to take, even if it's just motorcycles through, is going to be a tremendous help. When I worked for the Land Commission, I just wanted to say, going into places, sometimes you would take a motorbike because the car can't go. Where the motorbike can't go, you get down, you hike. When you reach the water, you take canoe, you cross. I mean, it's not a small thing. We're still traveling like it's 1867 in some parts of the country. So this is huge.
Right.
And it's not anybody's fault. It's just how things have been. In Liberia, is a work in progress. It is what it is. But I'm so happy to hear that these counties are getting this help. It is going to really help the local economies. Talking about pregnant women that go to deliver behind the house and can't get to the hospital when there's complications. All of these things. So thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So Minister, my final question is that we have a culture of bad maintenance. In Liberia, we have a culture of bad maintenance. Unfortunately, that's the negative thing. Many times, I have traveled all parts of that country, all parts of those roads. Even sometimes you see these machines just parked by the side of the road and then they start to deteriorate. They just get abandoned and people start taking parts from them. I guess my question now is, how are we going to see that after 1 year, then the machines in the county start looking like they abandoned and then they just get to rot?
No, we have what we call maintenance first regime, meaning maintenance takes priority over everything else. The servicing of these machines are extremely important. So we have a maintenance first policy that has been enunciated and it's been spread. We have, for the first year, we have spare parts that will last us for 2 years. And it is our expectation that we have a service agreement with the manufacturer after the 2 years on invoicing so that whenever the machine needs to be serviced, they will service the machine and then send us the invoice for payment. Secondly, we will be collecting data on each of the machines. We'll be using data collectors in all of the counties. We have 2 data collectors in every set of machines in the county. Their job is to report on before, during, and after the quantity of fuel that is in there. We have a technical capability to determine how the machine is operating, whether it's idle, whether it's been overused. All of the information will come back into the system here in Monrovia, Montserrat, using geospec to determine which machine requires servicing right now versus which machine will require servicing during the regular time. So it is that maintenance first regime that we believe will give us the longevity of these machines. Now, what we need to do is to make sure that the spare parts that we have do not go through a system of pilferage, where the parts disappear and they go out. So initially, we'll have the U.S. the Liberian military logistics staff bringing their expertise to set the standards on how parts are secure, maintained, and serviced.
So you will be there.
Yes. So you're going to work in civilian setting. Yeah, they work in civilian setting. It's called Operation Other Than War. That means they have skills other than just going to shoot. So it would be those skills will be utilized, and so they can share those skills with us. For example, the escort that provided escort today is a combination of the police and the military. So there's a combined effort of Liberian civilian security and military people working together. There are engineers that are also helping us to move these machines. So all of the expertise, GSA is inside, Public Works is inside, Minister of Defense is inside, the individual whom we hire also inside. So it's a combination of all. So in terms of the maintenance of the machine, we have a maintenance first policy. That means maintenance takes precedence over everything else. Even if we needed to go on a mission and that machine needed to be serviced, it will have to be serviced before it get out, regardless of what the emergency is, so we don't go and damage the equipment. It is hopeful that as a government, we will provide the funding necessary to make sure that after the 2 years of service contract with the manufacturer of these equipment, we will be able to provide the funding so that we can be able to maintain those equipment continuously, so they can make them more serviceable to our people.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Oh yes, one of our
Absolutely.
he asked a
Thank you
question.
so much.
The roads are not going to be paved roads. He answered that already. So
yeah, they're not paved roads.
Yeah.
There's no quota road.
So yes, I want to encourage everybody. No quota road.
They're not quota road. Okay,
in the beginning,
somebody say
I'm going to encourage
Walu. Somebody said they will open all the road before you start selling. So before you sell all of us.
Okay, no problem. I want to say later, bro. But I want to say this. I'm going to encourage everybody, man. Go to the Special Presidential Project Coordinating Committee, SPPCC. Follow the Facebook page. Check out the website. I love the way you've done it, Honorable Samuka. It seems it's being miniaturized per county. So there's a branch for Sano County, for example. So everything happening in Sano is under that branch. There's a branch for Lofa, for Nima. So it's being miniaturized. So pictures will start coming. And I love that. But now, do you have a 1-800 number? Because my sister Hawa asked a question. When the man is CDV or a beginner, I am talking my own. Do you have a Do you have a 1-800 number that we can call there? I want this CDV.
All right, so we're going to have what we call county coordinators in each of the 15 counties. They will have an assistant county coordinator. These individuals are to ensure that in conjunction with the local security, in conjunction with the local administration, these kind of people will be minimized. The system will go such that there will not be anybody just walking in to collect spare parts. One of the things we're trying to do is to encourage honesty, but also with service pay. If, for example, you have somebody operating a $75,000 equipment, $100,000 equipment, and you're paying that person $50 or $100 or $200, there's a potential that he or she will be careless on these machines. So that was our argument. We made an argument to the government that, look, first, if you want the quality people to come to work on these machines, you have to find a way to pay them. Because right now, the private entities are paying more. B Mountain, ArcelorMittal, Western Clusters, individuals who are investing are paying these technicians more so that you can have them to work sincerely. So in order to do that, that was our argument. And our argument, I think, was bought. And I can tell you right now that all of the operators of the machine, their salary is not less than $800 a month. $800 a month. To make sure that they protect the machines. They take care of the machine like their own. That the machine is not a foreign entity from them, but rather it is theirs. All of these are intended to make sure that we reduce the incentive for pilferage. Secondly, we have a facility that will allow us to secure the machine in our premises. It has a barbed wire fence built by the Army. It has lights. It has a gate. Then they have security that will be in each of these facilities. So we're doing everything we can to make sure that the machines are kept in a functional way that there will not be pilferage of parts and servicing. For example, fuel. We have the key for the fuel tank. You can't go into the fuel tank because it's not your job. We've got somebody else responsible for putting fuel in the machine when the fuel is finished. You can't tell us the fuel is finished because we have a data collector. He collects data on how much gallon went into you today, how many miles did you go. We do the calculation of the gallons per mile. And it makes a determination on the usage of the equipment. That data is then transmitted to Monrovia and it goes into a system, a computer setup system that has been designed by Liberians to make up to determine, there's a lot of fuel consumption, less work being done in location X. That gave us an indication of something is going on and we'll go to investigate. So those two data collectors in those counties, the county coordinators in those counties, the superintendents in the counties, the people who are working and getting better pay, all of this would be an incentive to reduce, I don't say to stop, but to reduce the proclivity for such an action. So that is what we are trying to do. And also there's an economic benefit. There's an economic benefit I'd like to mention to this. I will just do a few round numbers so you can see, for example. So in each locality in the county, let's take, for example, you got 30 employees, 30 person operating these machines. They make a salary of $800 a month. That's $24,000 fused into the economy every month. You multiply that by 10 months, that's $240,000. So the gentleman who was selling one bottle of water will end up selling a dozen of water. The lady who was only cooking one bag of rice a month might end up cooking 3 bags a month and rice a month. So there's a generating potential so that people daily lives and those who are doing businesses is a combined effort. So this is an investment in not only fixing roads, but as also the residual benefits as a result of the infusion of capital in the economy every month.
Excellent. That's absolutely right. And two more things. You've already answered this question, but no, the machine will not be used for private people. This is a government.
No.
I will allow you to elaborate. And then on the CCTV for these facilities, given how cheap CCTVs are.
They say army men will be there. Everybody go there.
Yeah, that's right. You know what that's true.
So everyone will be there. It didn't a boss call that. That's so you put mine up there. Go there. See, that's the private web.
The private web, baby. So let's say I get Dwalu farm, and I want to go and pay the security. So I need 2 boys. Can be sure my farm go where there? Is possible?
No, because the machines are only move on a mission. It's a mission-oriented assignment. And I educated everyone from the beginning. You are hired here as a contractor to carry on a mission. Okay. It's not a job. It's a mission. Your job is to execute the mission. It's not to go on individual things and what have you. So our line of efforts is based upon the mission given us by the Commander-in-Chief to the project. No, and so you want to make sure it gets done. So everybody knows there's a mission to get us going. For example, the planning process to get us to move the machines, the road. I wish you had gone there to see what it took to get us to do that. Even those who came who have been hired, they saw the regimentation that was there. You can't deviate. When it says 40 miles per hour, that means 40 miles per hour. You can't go more than that. When it says 60 miles on a high stretch, you can't go more than that. You can't overtake anybody. You can't stop the car when you feel like you cannot. So there's a lot of regimentation we are putting in now so that that system is in place. So that when we are gone, That system will remain in place. And that's my intention, is that at the end of the day, with your efforts, the awareness you are creating, the interest the Liberian people have shown, the investment the government have made, a system needs to be put in place that is regimented so that an individual cannot just come and change it. It will be very difficult to change it.
Yes, my final question before anybody else asks another question. We can take a couple of calls from the guys. If you are successful, given the vision you have for this operation, and you set up the institutions that you want, do you envision seeing this being permanent for Liberia, irrespective of who's president going forward?
Well, I think it's a very encouraging phenomenon that I will hope that that the system is continuously upgraded to take into consideration the needs and demands of the people of our society. For an example, the initial capital investment for this equipment that was put into the account was a little over $20 million. That's not a small amount of money for a small country like ours. So the equipment comes in, it takes us hundreds of thousands of dollars to clear these machines and have the machines serviced and prepared. It's taking us hundreds of thousands of dollars to hire individuals and train them for these. It's taking $1,000 to pay them per month. It's taking $1,000 to provide fuel. I give you a good example. You got, instead of saying 285, let me just drop the 85 and go to 200. And let's take 200 as the base figure that we're operating on. And each of the 200 machines carry 40 gallons, like 8,000. So if you do 40 gallons times 200 machines, that's 8,000 every time they move. So if they move for 5 days, 8,000 and 5, that's 40,000. 40,000 times base figure of $6 for fuel, that's about 240,000 for the days they have worked. So it's a major investment by the government. So we cannot afford to waste. We cannot afford to politicize it to the point where we hire individuals who are incompetent. Individuals you want to assist, don't put them on our machines. So it is hopeful that it will become a policy prescription for the future. And I think we did similar thing where we were working before. And I don't want to say we imposed a system, but we ourselves set the example. I cannot hire anyone because I'm not on the committee. I hear friends sending names to me and I tell them, I say, look, I don't know anything about this machine. You got to go to public works people. You go to public works will say, well, you got to go to the PVCC people because they will have to approve. You go to SPPCC will say, well, we don't give tests. So we're trying to do it in the way that the individual who has the qualification is the one that is going to be hired, and the government will see it as a viable investment to the benefit of our society. It is my hope that is the reason why, if you look at the machine says Ministry of Public Works.
Thank you.
It didn't say Brandon Samka, it didn't say SPPCC. And the reason why it did not say SPPCC is because SPPCC is an ad hoc committee that can be dissolved anytime by the president.
That's right.
But the Ministry of Public Works cannot just be verbally dissolved. So these machines will transition to the government entity that have the statutory responsibility. So we did not personalize it to say SPPCC Caterpillar, SPPCC Bulldozer. No. We said yellow machines, MPW, Ministry of Public Works. Meaning this is a government asset that we are managing. If tomorrow a politician decides to abandon the SPPCC, the asset revert immediately to the Ministry of Public Works.
Absolutely. So in a nutshell, these machines belong to the people, more specifically to the county. So you're holding with two hands.
Definitely.
Harris, they come on screen. Let's take some calls from Liberia. I know people in the counties. We are on several radio stations. Harris, if you can hear me, those of you who are listening in Margibi County on Class A FM, also Voice of Lofa, those of you listening on Peace FM. If you're listening on Radio Kwatika in Banga, if you're listening on BJ Radio, Premier FM out of Banga, Radio Gompa out of Nima City, Encyclopedia Radio, Yalima Top FM out of Zwedru, all over the place, please call into the show. What are your expectations for the yellow machine? Is there any question that we have not asked that you want to ask for the Honorable Minister to answer? If you have recommendations, but this is a meritocracy, because at the end of the day, these machines have to work for the people. The minister just quantified the kind of money. She had to make one machine move at a very minimum. They're not small money. $4,000 if you put in fuel inside, they're not small money. So that machine, if we want our rodent to be greater, if you want the rodent to be open, so the company can grow. But one thing, all of a sudden, you mentioned, is about the trickle-down effect about the people going to the counties. I love that you're restricting the operators to the specific counties. So whatever money is being paid, actually stay in that county to expand the Kobo shops, to expand what kind of business operation, let money go into the various counties. So thank you very much. St. Harris is not on yet. You can call from the diaspora. The number is on the screen. Ask the minister anything regarding these yellow machines. But I want you guys to follow the yellow machine page. They go to the SPPCC. Yeah, go to the page, follow the page, get some update, give recommendations. Like make some noise. If the road ain't cutting sound or not working, Google, make noise. Go to your county superintendent's office. How come they put your road on the list? And this is something the way we can improve our country. I see Harris here now. I really love to take some calls from back home first. But anyway, in the meantime, we get our first caller here saying Harris is still setting up. Caller, you are live. Your name and where you calling from. Ask the minister your question. One second. Go ahead.
I just want to ask if anyway the country like could not with somebody to carry those machines, the person that there that carry the machine to carry somewhere to go do some kind of go where, what will be the outcome of that?
Thank you. It is highly unlikely, but the minister will answer that. Highly unlikely. To go where go power one AFL a small trouble that AFL. Caller, you're live. Even where you calling from? Caller, you're live.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, can I speak?
Yeah, you're live, Jerry.
Thank you, Eduardo. It's Jerry's Jeans Dobley. I'm calling from Springfield, Mass. Mr. Minister, please, I want to know, it is possible for us to set up a tracking operation. For example, I'm driving a van for a client, van direct here. You don't take the van to your house because the supervisor will be to your house in the office, they may be monitoring your activity. It is possible in a country that they will just set up a tracking operation because like bro, man, we learn slow way. It's possible I'm driving that machine, I go somewhere, you have to do a quick operation. That's my question.
Thank you very much, Jerry. Thank you for getting to the point. Caller, we'll take about 2 more calls here. We'll go to the studio for Harris to take some calls. Caller, you're live.
Can I answer one or two of these things so that it don't lose its context?
Yeah. All right. Let him take the phone. The other ones they can ask. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
The government has spent a lot of money, and when the machine was moving today, I was there trying to tell them, give my little idea or advice that when the machine moves certain miles, like 50 miles, I think it should stop and check the machine up because some of the road, the rough road, and in this country, when it's a trailer driver, when you go above 50 miles, you check, it's really tightening it low because anytime you get trouble. So
Thank you. Thank you. I'm pretty sure they took that into consideration, but the minister will answer. This is the last caller from this end, and we'll go in the studio. Harris, hopefully you're ready. Caller, you're live.
Good evening, panelists, and good evening to my minister.
Thank you. Good evening, ma'am.
I'll listen to you, like what you have said about the machine. I just want to understand something. Is there a metric system that they will be working in, like your starting mileage, your ending mileage, to know that if you pick up with this mileage with maybe 5 gallons of fuel, and then your mileage with whatever mileage, and then 2 or 3 gallons of fuel? Because let me tell you, I work with you, and the people used to go all in the corner in their homes and empty fuel. So we definitely, per county, if there's a main office in Monrovia, you need a number where people can report these things. Because like people had a camera, trust me, we have photos of people emptying fuel, trust me. So if there's a way they won't see fuel from, but if there's a mileage thing that we put into place that every day these metrics will be put into the system and you know overusing and around mileage, I would just like for you to elaborate further on that, but we'll definitely need a hotline to report incident. Thank you.
Thank you, Matu. He did speak to that. He said, yes, that's what is going to be happening. They will track everything. There will be a log of literally every single thing. And Harris, if you're in the studio, let's take some calls on your end. Honorable Minister, before Harris takes his call, can you respond to come on the question?
Yes, I would definitely like to do that. I think the last caller struck a point. It is correct. So in anticipation of that, we are hiring 2 data collectors, data analysts in every county of where these machines are based. Their job is to fill in the matrix of data that's required, the date, the time, the engine number, the vehicle number, or the engine number, or the type of machine, the location, the beginning mileage, the beginning fuel, the ending mileage, the ending fuel. These data as they are, by visually looking at them, is not sufficient. So we bring in technical expertise so that it can be inputted into a system that is going to be designed specifically for the SPPCC operation per county, per equipment. It will determine the efficient use of this equipment, the idle use of this equipment, the overutilization of this equipment, and the deterrent measures that are needed or the maintenance regime that need to be put in place. So you're right. We definitely have that in mind, and we're working on it, and we're going to be hiring some individuals in order to do that. Some of the other callers were concerned about, whether the machine will stop, when they're traveling. Yes, all of that is taken into consideration, and that is the reason why we arrived safely in in Tapeta after almost about 11 hours of drive. If it was a normal ride, you would probably take 5, 6, 7 hours. But we took 11. We told them there's no need to rush. You take your time. It's a regime you can't change. You can't overtake. You can't undertake, because there's a vehicle in the front, there's an escort in the middle, and the vehicles in the back. So you're right locked in. The movement is locked. You lock, first of all, with a measure in the front to control that in the middle, because you're talking roughly about 50 heavy-duty equipment that are going on this road. You're talking about tons and tons and tons of equipment that are going on the road. So yes, we're managing it in a way that safety is of highest priority. Safety to our operators, safety to our citizens, safety to the equipment. So these are things that have been done. And I want to inform you that there are many Liberians, all goodwill Liberians, who have given us free ideas, free. They have come and said, look, Minister, I know you'll not be able to get all of us, but look, this is what I'm thinking. I work in this place. This is A, B, C, and D, how we get it done. Others will come and do free presentations. The others will give us guidance. We've been open. Everyone wants an idea. We are open to the idea. We never say, oh, no, we're not ready. We are always ready. I've had people who come to the country and they are retired from the military, they are retired from civilian work, retired from very experienced organization. And we have listened to them, documented what they have said, factor that into our decision-making process, put up a mechanism by which it makes a lot of sense, train our people, bring experts to train our people, and put them on the right track. Even those who said we're mechanics, we end up giving them training on how to service our equipment. Even those who said they were operators, we end up giving them additional training on how we want these machines to be operated based upon the manufacturer's specifications. So I can understand the suspicion of everyone, of many persons. I can understand the suspicion of callers. They are right. There's a need to be suspicious. But I think if you look back to what I've done, that suspicion sometimes will be mitigated by the policy prescription and the decision that I make. And I said it from the very beginning, we are not playing. Your recommendation makes no difference if it comes to us, whether it comes from wherever title you have from wherever place. Your recommendation to hire an operator makes no difference until the individual meets the qualification in order to get the job.
Thank you. And Harris, let's get some callers back from our people back home from the counties. If you're listening, please call into the county. Those are your machines. The government can do so much protection. The biggest protection for those machines are the people themselves in the counties. Harris, let's take some calls.
Okay. We'll go to the lines and take your calls tonight. 0778-665699. 0778-665699. 08805616440. 08805616440. 0776293620. 0776293620. This person is on. Good evening. Good evening. Let's hear you. Go ahead, you live.
I want to say just thank you for the show and thank you for Mama Labiro. You know this government and government with wisdom and vision. I for my content is I work for the government to set up a committee and every 3 months they will go to the bureaucracy to monitor the machine. And if anybody caught in the net by 2 0 times, for somebody to say that the machine you know I get a call for you when the guy for the policeman will get for him. And I like the way you focus with the structure. But when you see people I just go there, they are already all about it.
Thank you, John Jay. We have to leave you so many calls. This person, good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. Let's hear you, Jeff.
Yeah, first, I mean, appreciate the Kenya Parliament again to allow the deliberation on the issue of the machine. For me, as president government and as team with government, I want to know what would be the financial guarantee for the machine in the future? Because what is the government shall leave now and then? I don't know, something to this class of people. For me, I would also suggest that in our national budget, let's just percentage to this maintenance unit that in order to support the maintenance of the machine. So
okay.
The capital will not be
thank you. We'll leave you this person. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Let's hear you. You live.
Happy to
many returns.
Thank you, ma'am. You will go into Toronto. Going to everyone is, thank you so much for the former minister of government. That what we want to see in the country, we want to see something for parents or other Liberia. For the young machine will come into the world but today I am not in that call to everything to the president of Liberia people give that call to the people let me see going back. Can't tell everyone that there is people to say on them. Why can you see that those development about somebody Madame Liberia will love until the president will comment. I can't comment and wake up to win. Because the owner to everyone that you want to talk for election, we start from a comment. So today that brand new one is what we own that. They put the machine on the solve it.
Okay.
So I hear so we use them to now offer and no senator, but tell that means that machine inside the country cocoa.
Thank you, Paco. We'll leave you this person. Good evening. Thanks for joining us.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Let's hear you.
Okay, I'm Steven Chaka calling from Sino.
Mm-hmm.
I want to appreciate the minister. He spoke well. But for those some of us, we are in the county, we are interested in the safety position. So how can we get connected with those agencies? Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. We'll leave you this person from line 1. Good evening. Thanks for joining.
The position was closed since April 30.
Hello? Good evening. Let's hear you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much, Harry. Thank you for your talking point.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the name remains somewhat as you start calling constituency for the transition about too much around the country. Finally, let me appreciate you, Harry, to continue to sit on the platform, especially to be able to accept our call. And let me appreciate the panel on the show and our guest, which is the honorable man, which is my own big daughter, when he did Kamuka. I think for me, I don't have no doubt to see the honorable man, because when the day are enjoying or doing and enjoying about me, I know he is someone that always stand for the good of Liberia.
Okay.
But even serve the 12 years for the nation, I think we know with somebody, and you will be able to do everything for a particular responsibility the president has given you. You'll be able to make everything permanent for the nation. Thank you very much. Continue to do a great job.
Thank you. We'll leave you. This person is on from line 2. You like the name you called from where?
Hello, my name is Michelle China, calling from Boston.
Go ahead, Michelle.
Thank you. I want to say hi to the panel in terms of my Supreme Minister. My recommendation for the minister is I want 100% ESL to take a go machine. Because if the NXT, you say you're putting private security, you think who would anybody that want to take spare part of you. But when security get the ESL, 100%, but now
the police to the line. You're too safe for us. Thank you, that's my recommendation.
Thank you. We'll leave you. This person is on. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Let's hear you.
Alright, let me explain to the excellent Joseph Brother between the rep and the machine on the portrait from Abani Semuka. To get the machine partly covered with a heavy tribulation. One of the fellow AR and a female tangibility. As the minister of the Minister of Affairs, I was sent to take responsibility. I was sent to be one stop on the machine. But we see the machine could be expert, more to communicate, more to go hotline, and want to raise the rest because without machine damage, they're going to affect our country. Thank you so much for giving me time.
Thank you, Emmett. We'll leave you 077-866-5699, 08805-61644, 0776-293-620 are the numbers. We'll take more of the calls. This person is on. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Hello?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. Let's hear you.
This is Francis speaks. I call it from Okay. I wonder if she Hello?
Go ahead, Francis. You're live.
Okay. Yes, I want to push the government for this your machine draw. Is this ClassReloaded?
Francis, we have to leave you. This person is on. Good evening. The line is so busy. Good evening. Let's hear you. Yeah, go ahead. You like.
Okay. Good evening to Minister Samuka and Dwalo and everybody on the show. I would suggest one thing for the minister. A few trucks that will be loading for APRC to deliver in our very technically to be very, very careful with those things. That's a place a lot of theft can go on. And my further suggestion would be that I wish we have one rock crushing machine. I want the machine to for a god to rock crush, right, and for this road. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Leave you. This person is on. Good evening. Hello?
Hello?
You're live. Let's hear you.
Thank you very much. I need a assembly body.
Go ahead, sing what you like.
Yeah, I wanted to say thank you very much. Let me tell the minister, the body leader, thank you very much for the yellow machine. I know this man will put everything in place. We know everybody is fighting for the progress of this country, and we know our government. They will do the best, and we will see tomorrow. We will see our future. We will see the best of Liberia. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Leave you. Take a few more calls. 077.
Go to the minister. Two more.
And we return to the panelists. This person is part of the two. Good evening. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, good evening.
Let's hear you. You like.
This Francis speaks. I'm calling from Justin the Predator. Okay. I just want to thank the government for bringing the equipment into this country. This will each job facility for we the people. But my question to the minister is that somehow apply online, essentially apply and we apply online. I don't know whether they will be able to call off at that time.
Okay. Thank you. We'll leave you. Take our very last caller 0778-665699, 080561644, 0776-293-620. This person, our very last caller. Let's hear you.
Yeah, hello.
Good evening, live.
Yeah, this is Austin calling from Duboro.
Go ahead, Austin.
Yeah, all the West, you don't hear about power software. I'm a power software for this. You guys please name a power software.
Okay, just keep listening. The minister will address your concerns.
Okay, thank you so much. Harris, thank you. Honorable Minister, before you answer the question, I just want to make sure. Like get no snake working boy the machine entire for the machine to say that. I just want to be sure.
Well, we will ask our Oracle practitioners to please not to bring a snake to buy the machine. We beg them to leave all of their snakes where where they are, because the machine is going to benefit them. The machine is going to work for them, and it will be their own sons and daughters operating these machines. But look, there were a couple of callers who mentioned the issue of a hotline. I think it's a good idea. So we've been toiling with it. We're trying to get a PABX system, but we're not successful in getting the funding for that. But we'll still try to find a mechanism by which we can use our local lines to see whether, when the administration is set up in the counties and the machines are delivered, there'll be a number in the county that you can call specifically for that county. That you can't use that number to call elsewhere. It has to be for that location. So we're trying to work on that. I think it makes a lot of sense. There are a few things I just wanted to add in before I leave the show, and that is the concern that Liberians have as to whether these machines will be sustained beyond this time period. I think that is why we want to put policies in place, so that it is not just the individual idea, it is the idea of the system as a matter of policy and the best practices that we can bring to bear to this. So that whoever comes will understand you can't take the machine and go just anywhere. You can't just take the machine. That is why we want to get a geo system to monitor these machines, not only for maintenance servicing, but also people who take the machine and go into a different location. There is an additional technology which we hope that if it is finally refined and we have the funding to pay for it, that will geospec the machine to a specific location in the county. If you take the machine beyond your county boundary, it will cut off. It will not move. It will just shut down by itself. That technology is out there, and we're in discussions. We'll make it public to the Liberian public, those who have the expertise, to bring it out to us to see how we can go through a competitive process and select a company that will give us those capabilities, because this is a very huge investment. We have to invest to ensure that these machines will be viable, reliable, and effectively utilized long after we are gone. I don't intend to be the only yellow machine person ahead here for many years. No, I don't. I just want to come in, help the country to set up the system in a way that it becomes locked, but with some degree of flexibility, so that these machines can be properly utilized for our counties. And like I said the other day, I will talk to our partners, our politicians and officials and appointed and elected and appointed and friends and family. Don't come and ask us for favors. It will not work. It just will not work. We will not use the machine to clear your farm. We will not use the machine to clear your personal business. The machine is for the Liberian people in the county. If you believe that that is a priority area, then go to the leadership of the county, of the elected leadership, as well as the appointed leadership, so they can make a determination on what kind of road projects they should be done to be undertaken. And it is to the benefit of all of us that if you see something, report it. Like you said, we have a hotline. If you see something, report it. Like the other country, they say, you see it, report. If you hear it, report. If it doesn't make sense, report. If you are in doubt, report. In that way, we'll try to make sure that those questions are answered. So, but I'd like to thank you all. And I think it's very important that anytime there's a need for information, we are available. We have a media team at the office led by Folkpire Taylor and his colleague Elijah and the other colleague as well. So they're there. They are all from the media houses. They have set up our website. We have some geniuses in this computer business. If you look at our website, it's alive. You can go to any county, select the county, and say, what are they doing there? It will tell you. It will tell you what is happening. It will tell you what the machine is doing, what kind of project it's undertaking, so that you can be interactive with us, so that you are not left out of the picture. And we got nothing to hide. There's absolutely nothing to hide. If the vehicle broke down on the road because of fuel, we'll tell you it broke down because of fuel. If it broke down because there was a tire problem, we'll tell you it broke down because of a tire problem. And we'd like to hear from you. If there's a need to improve our website, we'll be open to ideas. I have Victor in there and I have Bushi in there. These are two young computer wizards. I mean, you get in 2 seconds, they can generate a lot of things of interest. So the SPPCC means Special Presidential Projects coordinating committee. We are just a coordinating committee or the implementation partner for the Yellow Machine Board of Authority. The Yellow Machine Board of Authority is headed by the Minister of State or the Presidency, with the Vice President as part of the leadership mechanism in directing how this thing works. And I can tell you it took the Vice President efforts and the efforts of the President and the entire Yellow Machine Board of Authority to get the thing where we are today. And in this public manner, I'd like to thank the leadership of the Ministry of Finance, Honorable Gafuan, for a responsiveness, a decisiveness, and a timeliness in ensuring that these machines don't get stuck. And he kept the machine moving. And I'm glad to tell you that he's done exactly what the mandate from the presidency has been. The second person institution is the National Port Authority. The National Port Authority, the MD, his leadership made a very big difference to cut down the cost of government on what it would have taken us to spend so much money on you bringing these machines into the country. I'd like to recognize them publicly because I think Douglas did extremely well in the meeting we had. He was very firm in his leadership decision, and we greatly appreciate it. I want to appreciate all of the public works, GSA, APM Terminal, and my colleagues in the Yellow Machine Coordinating Committee. They know how it is. It is a pressure cooker. They will tell you that. When I said it has to happen, don't bring excuse. There is no excuse you can find in this word that will make the mission to stop. Amen. It has to go. It has to go. And that is what we Liberian people, we need to understand. That when we have something that of a national priority, our line of efforts must be tailored in a way that achieves and accomplishes the mission successfully. And that is what we intend to do. And Adwala, I want to thank you. Abraham, you got me on the radio. So I want to say thank you. You were able to pull me up. But I want to thank all of you. And if there's any other time you need me, just let me know and I'll make myself available. Wally, thank you.
Just before you go, Honorable. Thanks for coming. I just want you to know that the good work you began doing, the courage you have, people will want to break you. You will come on a vicious attack from somewhere. You already know where the attack will come from. It will be very vicious. The only reason why the movement of those machines are not receiving any attack is because of the drug issue that we are preoccupied with presently. But what I want to say, like for some all in the blocking area, we are watching and we get your back.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
In a fire blaze, we will deal with it.
Thank you.
Robert Samuga, you're doing God's work. Thank you very much for explaining this, also saying this to the Liberian people. We appreciate it. Thank you for joining this afternoon, sir.
Thank you very much. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. And yes, no snake bite. We stop these machines.
That is somewhere behind you keep in a Yaman area. I can remember when I used to go collect my Oma bag of the sack of beta boy okra from one village. And I go for 20 bags. One tractor in the middle of that on the side of that road. They said a snake bit it. And since that time I tried to
our people. But I mean, just one round before we even do closing tonight, and more. I mean, the minister. I mean, the former minister on the Yellow Machine Board. It seems they cover almost every single angle. One thing I love about what he's explained, Abraham, is that he's open to suggestions because they want to make sure this is right. But the most important thing here, people, the government will do its part. They will do everything they can more to protect this machine, but the primary protector of these machines are the people from the counties. And the recommendation for a hotline, the bank has taken it into consideration, and I'm pretty sure Honorable Samuka is going to incorporate this. But more, the people of Kema must protect the machine belonging to Kema County. It can't go, and development superintendent, I don't know who said it here. Mrs. Moore. Development superintendent, I want machine, I have power machine, I have power by it. If I bring people. More than you take.
Walu, so the entire thing about the yellow machine started up on a very noisy note. Yeah. And when the noise came about, we are not people who give up. We pursue, we persevere because we must succeed, right? We are where we are today because of that perseverance, because of the persistence in us, the urge in us to succeed. The other reason why, my other take is, you see the men running all around with the drugs thing as if we are not succeeding in it. You know the reason why they're making this kind of voluminous noise? It's because they know that the plans for the yellow machines are unfolding. None of them want the country to know that yellow machine is going to the southeast.
But they lie.
None of them want anyone to hear about the yellow machine going to Grange there, about the yellow machines going to Maryland, about the yellow machines going to River Cess or anywhere. It's a calculated attempt. So when you will go on your post now and post, oh, the yellow machines that will be arriving in Zwedru tomorrow or Tuesday, the first thing they will say, let's talk about the drug case first. Let's talk about the drug case first. Look, we get everybody responsible for that area. We not let only one man knew everything. Boali, why you not on the drug case? Hey, but I think I got a lot for money now. Bad new computer. They want here.
Yeah, finish it for tonight.
See, JMB give me the computer here, internet on the TV. I just be using it for talk show now. I think so. Yeah, so the attempt is for people not to highlight the successes. Not under the yellow machine. They don't want anybody to know about anything positive that's happening. So by the time you talk, no, let's talk about the drugs thing first. The security people are talking about the drugs thing. The security people are investigating. And you know, they attempt to cover up development because of the successes in the drugs, in the fight against drugs. It won't work. If truly, and here is the logic, if truly the government at the hierarchy were involved into the drug deal, you will not know.
Thank you. It's very simple.
Nobody will expose it. Security people will go catch it. Newspaper men will thought they will not show evidence. And it will die. So we will not allow the successes in the fight against the drugs for you to turn it negative, and we can talk about our other successes. The yellow machines are going.
So more, let me ask you. So what? Because you being in the politics long time, you know your friend. Why people fear that the security for cash is plausible? Why people fear?
Because we succeeding.
Our finance money.
No, I thought when you get criminal gang operating in your country and you can't catch them, you can't find them, and the crime going on, you see the country spoiled.
Yeah.
No,
you catch a criminal, then the people say, "No, why you catch a criminal in poverty?"
So here is the simple reason, right? You took somebody from out of power for genuine reasons, and this person wants to come back. So every time you succeed is painful to this person. Every time you succeed is painful to the person. You know why it's painful? Because it narrows their chances for coming back. Somebody would have said all the drugs in the country and they're not catching the criminals, they're not busting them. And sadly, I see people who pretend to be journalists. They are also there talk. I heard Rodney Lazar say, if we not take time, there will be no country to have election in 2029.
There will be no country.
Exactly. If they were not busting the drug cartels, if they were not arresting them, then you would be right to make that statement. But our whole statement are also that statement. Yellow machines are moving. So there will be rules for people to go on to ride, easily to go campaign. Everybody.
No, so is he
There will
trying
be jobs.
is he trying to say that because they are busting the drug cartel now, so the cartel can destroy Liberia or what? So we're not supposed to bust the cartel, we're supposed to leave it.
So his interpretation is that the drug is engulfing the country.
But and why you catching it for now?
Assuming that were the case, and I reason exactly, and I reason why we're catching them now. Then he said, "Oh, there were drug busts in Royceville," and I don't know why they're not talking about it today. I was talking to somebody, a security person, and the person said, "Look, we listen to everything. Try to stay away from the yellow machine small. Not everybody you will arrest will talk about it. Why? Because there are some of the people you arrest, they are giving you information. They volunteer to serve as informants and witnesses. You cannot expose them. You cannot expose their identities because then you endanger them. So, Chief, they think are logical. And so you see, everybody, they drop thing, they drop thing. If we're involved in it, we can expose it. One man can't think. So that our yellow machine thing, current going to Buchanan for the first time in 36 years. People see yellow machines belonging to their counties, and they will decide, according to Honorable Samuka, they are going to decide say, that they royal are priority for all. If it is road to somebody's farm, Honorable Samuka said they will not just take the machine to carry that. If the county authority comes and say this road is a priority for all to put the machine there, they clear it, they fix that road. That's what we're talking about. So you'll be getting vexed that we are succeeding. The majority of the Liberians are happy that we are succeeding, and we will continue to succeed.
Thank you, Mo. And we could not say it any better. Honorable man, yes, you're saying though, these machines, everybody know the importance of these machines. And for a long time, the thing is, you said it best, the drug cartel that are in Liberia that were literally came into the country from 2017 to 2023. That's when they planted the seed into the country. It's been dismantled. I don't know why everybody in the country is not excited about it. The very people who claim they didn't know about this drug, they're fighting against the government for arresting millions of dollars worth of drugs out of the country. Honorable Samuka, these machines will come to the counties. Everybody will coordinate the machine properly. Any recommendation to the Honorable Man for the county how to treat these machines, except from what Honorable Samuka has said, of any kind?
No, I know, I know Samuka, and I think the president knows him. That's why he put him in charge to, as he said, set a rigid system that the system cannot easily be broken. Because, look, those are serious assets that we need. If you look at, the way our country, the accessibility problem we have. So my advice will be that, look, the first thing is the machines cannot build the roads, all the road you want in 2 years, not even in 3 years. So don't try to overuse it. And that's why he said that first you go to a whole long list of all the roads they want to say, no, cut it down to about 2 or 3. Do the one that are important first. When you finish that one, because you see, it's also important, even though it's not going to be Kota Road, but it's also important that they do the road and they do it good. So that all weather, when it rains, even the dead road cannot spoil. All right. So if you do, look, every dry season, for me, even if you open one major road that leads from somewhere, and then all the time in the cities, you start opening the alleys. Look, I don't know if our city government or let me just say our municipal governments, because the city, the township, all those things, if they plan the cities and the township already, because all those maps, they know what the alleys are. What are people build? People ain't build, just open the roads. Just open the alleys. so that you don't give people chance to come again. So you know, for example, my man, one of the disappointing things I seen like brother, I play what they call Marshall. I always thought that play was going to be a new paradise, but now they just built all over the same way, the same idea to build everywhere. They just built all over the place, you know. So that is what you should use these machines for. Open those alleys. Yes, as he says, those critical places that people, you got one village that got more people there, you connect it to the town, you do the road. But if you overload and yet come with all those things, don't forget also that money they're going to be spending. All right. And that one set of machines you got, they can only work on a particular stretch of road at one time. So for me, it is not a rush. And if each county takes care of the machine, the machine can carry for 5, 6, 7, almost 10 years. And good maintenance. And I trust. And the thing that people say, don't go try to clear all the fence in the net. I saw your people there. I tell you all, I saw your people there. Don't say you don't know. You don't say yeah.
Yeah. Because of volunteer.
I saw your people there. I police people. So your man say slap. They remember police me slap. I saw your people there. So when you go, even if they make the driver, you want to go tell someone, you go bring someone and gallon second horse on that. So that
you know what happened to you. And here's the thing.
When they catch that driver with your 800 ball, when they take it from you, that's what I mean. When they finish snapping you, so don't do it.
That comes to you. The thing is, the consequence that will before that soil man, if he don't catch you, that all I want to be this because soil man they can punish him because he's supposed to see, and if he not see, that means he's derelict. That beating me, you're about there. Then I'm taking the government fee off. So that soil man in there, you're respecting machine. Blame that year for you.
I'll talk about the sincere man business. You know the 1985 coup. Eh? The time my late father. Because at that time, DJ once said it, then they visited my old man just about that time. So my old man was
we get here, Councilor.
I said that one blood talking, and last small thing. Me, I was in that thing that we slept in Guinea Bush for 2 days.
Man,
I said, what can you do? See people
celebrating because I'll come to the army part because my old man was the accountant for Lango area school system, and so he was directly under the Muslim couple. So at that time, DK was selling all the guys that visited my old man just a day or two before the coup. So they pick up my old man. They should have finished my old man that morning when Team Muslim Cooper came. Because each time she come from Morocco, she comes straight to the house. Instead they collected the man, the house, she called to the marshal and those said they must free the man. The guy that brought the paper to the house, the man had I know that ratting or something like rope. You know how the guy will call you nothing? Tell me the truth. If you don't tell me the truth, imagine our baby, I can still remember. Imagine 85 was my age at that time. I reached 10 years. I can still remember. The man said in you that thing I ain't here call tell me the truth. If you not tell me the truth, I will tell you.
With you. He told me joke with you.
So you know what Steve from Soya Mene? That'll go Steve from Soya Mene. But I'm glad that the machines have started going to the counties and agriculture machines about 300 and how much? 9 or 4?
300, I think 304. Yeah.
304 are inbound to country, and when they come, they start to go into the country. Look, we just see, but it's not about election, it's about the development of the country. By the time we reach around 2029, that this president will be able to accomplish most of what he promised the Liberian people. I think there's the most important thing beyond elections, okay? So that his integrity stays intact. If the Liberian people say 2029, oh man, thank you. At least he developed the country small goals now. He goes with a consciousness that is right, with a conscience that is right, that what he promised the people, at least you're able to do about 80% of it. So, but we are here, we wouldn't be distracted. What is happening now with this drugs business? One of the strategies I sense from these people is to be able to cover all of the good things that are happening right now especially going into this July 26th period, the electrification of Grand Bassa County, machines going into the county's roads are about to be maintained. All of these things they want to shadow, but that is why we have a government media free platform, friendly platform to be able to give these messages out to the people. So I mean, tonight was a beautiful night. The interaction
Thank
with
you so much, Blair.
the minister was great. Yeah,
and I want to say this. Let me tell you, over 95% of the country that mean well for Liberia, that want Liberia to develop, not a single one of them will be in opposition what President Baka was doing. In fact, they will pray that Pape continues there for 12 consecutive years so this country can develop. This country not going back to anybody who don't understand the essence of leadership and what it takes to really transform. Go, you see the celebration tomorrow in Grand Jida County. My brother Abraham, let's hear from you and a comment on this thing. On mute.
I just wanted to give Honorable Samuka a thumbs up. He and his team, they are doing extremely well in them making sure that the machine are distributed the rightful way. Now he has left now with our county authority for them to be able to take full control of the usage of that machine. But it will be done in collaboration of them or with them because they control vast majorities of the major block when it comes to the machines. So thumbs up to Honorable Samukai. Yeah.
Thank you so much for the night. And while we are doing that, machines are going all over the counties tomorrow and for the next couple of months. And I believe the agricultural machines will be here late September or maybe early between August and September. This is the expectation of them. Like I said, I want to encourage everybody, man, go to the Yellow Machine Special Presidential Project Coordinating Committee, SPPCC, or you can go to YMBOA. The Yellow Machine Board. This is another organization. Follow them. If you're in your county, try and follow what's happening in your county. These machines are going to your area. Remember, the machines belong to the people of the county. It is not President Baka's personal machine. It is the personal machine of the people of Grand Jide County. So there is an expectation that the people of Grand Jide County themselves protect the machine. The machine is a personal property of the people of Sano County. So we got to protect the machine ourselves. Now, one person is going to protect the machine. And I want to say again, happy Independence Day to everybody that going into Grand Bassa County. Let's celebrate our 179th Day of Independence being held this year in Grand Bassa County. To everybody in Grand Bassa County, man, we say big shout out to you guys. And remember, President Bogase, he's here to govern. He's here to govern. He's not here to play lepe. Let's watch a little bit before we do the closing as the yellow machines are distributed across our country. Say that machine will eat. I say, bless your heart. As you say in America. That the Papa can say, it be where you are. President Boga say, when the twins say, he was for nobody, he wasn't for no NGO, he wasn't for no international community, he wasn't for the Liberian people. Before we go to the party statement for tonight, let's listen to the president and say, we ain't working for.
And so when it was time for us to find someone to lead LEC, people say, well, you remove this person, the donors. I don't work for donors, I work for Liberia.
I mean, I'm working for no donor. What kind are you working for? So all of you out there, all of you out there, y'all get to that mission with E. Y'all go listen to what happened in Grand Chile tomorrow. Go listen to what happened in Maryland County. If the land machine is E. Go ahead.
Little machines, the Grand Chile. Oh, me or Councilor Man.
Go like Councilor Man.
Okay. They want to that move and talk to the baby all the time. They baby, I swear. They baby was young, the baby was young chicken. Baby, I don't know how you man. Baby get sleep on your mom. You get all the free talk. Move, I baby low, I baby low. Yeah, move. Yeah, baby. Hey, free talk. No, you know, I've sat with him many times, but the only thing he talk joke is making me laugh. But the free talk being there, you know that now, he can do free talk.
No, you're not making it happy.
If I mean, that one know you get it, you gotta explain. But you know what, Black? You know, my way Babe said, he's here to work. He's not here to be explaining. It goes back to that backing door comment. Babe said, when you going somewhere.
No, but I want to read something I just saw on the social media, so I believe I can.
Yeah, go ahead. I see it.
It says, it says from a guy called Duka Daniel Willie.
Yeah.
It says a former assistant superintendent for fiscal affairs for Grand Bassa County during the CDC administration. So he says, in recent, I've seen unprecedented development happening in Grand Bassa. The modernization of the superintendent compound, the administrative building, the purchase of vehicles for government officials, and many others, all being sourced from county social development funds. I'm really grateful to the president and his administration. In time past, these were very impossible. Our citizens were fooled by the political leadership that using social development funds to renovate or beautify government properties and do things for government officials were sins and could deprive the ordinary citizens the just benefit. Today, the narrative have changed. President Bwaka is pumping the social development funds in counties, thus implementing the 1.2 billion budget to its fullest. Congratulations, Mr. President, local authorities. Today you are implementing with a law that guides and protects you, and our people are celebrating. That's exactly what we all prayed and hoped for. Long live JMB, long live. Do it for Bassa. When my house finish in Bassa, it will get current. Happy Independence Day, Mr. President. Thank you for everything. This is the guy who served as assistant superintendent under the CDC. You see, but the man was in charge of fiscal affairs.
Of course.
The man say the social development fund ain't what a man was carrying it. But now you see the team working, and he just trying to finish a house so he can put current inside, huh?
What was the former minister for youth and sports? What's that guy called? I forgot his name.
Zoga.
Zoga said the same thing. He said, listen, we were over there. There's nothing I can say. The people actually working compared to what we're doing. We didn't see the budget. We didn't know what was going on. When we asked for money to do our job, we couldn't do it. I will find the video, maybe Monday I will try to play it. And that was Zoga said, and a lot of the guys coming out. So I know the very small 5% that we actually are continuing to surround this person, not recognizing that they got a full country fireball. And I want to say big shout out to that former fiscal superintendent.
I think he doesn't say he's supporting UDP party, but he puts his country and his county above himself.
Thank you.
To say, we didn't even do this, but now we see what is happening and the people are happy and these are happening and this is how government should work for the people. That's all he's saying. And I think my hearts go off to him for that.
And they would look at that man, and want to argue with him.
Oh yeah, that one back.
There is no other game in town.
I mean, they coming to Spain.
Just stringing at the circle. No, your party statement. They will make a circle small, but like it. Where country gotta go in from?
So party statement. First, I'd like to thank Honorable Brownie Samuka for coming on and giving us a play-by-play description of how the yellow machines will be distributed to the counties from one county to another. And there's one thing I admire about the chief, Brownie Samuka, the vigor with which he speaks and the power in his voice. I mean, you hear that man voice, they got people who can go park their truck, then they steal the fuel, they hide it in the bush, they go, they come back later on, they collect it, or they get some men there waiting. They will put the truck, they will park the truck, put the fuel in the gallon or the drum, then they leave it, they go, then they collection men there come, they collect it, they go rack it, they come back later, they collect that money. When Brandon Sabuka catch you with that voice, you on your own. Lastly, we are hearing that I can't confirm this information. Albert Blair posted it in the chat room that the deputy managing director for operations at the Liberia Airport Authority has been arrested in connection with the $300 million drug case. He owns a fishing boat, according to the allegation that was used or that is used to transport drugs. This information I have not verified it, but it goes to say something. The angry people sitting and saying that you're the one bringing the drugs. How will we be bringing drugs? Then we'll be arresting the people then. The time you used to bring your own, you used to distribute it. I will say again, you used to divide it among the young people that we have so many zombies in the streets. You can't walk in the street today and see if you will see zombies walking there. The majority of them are now at treatment centers in Johnsonville. I think either Johnsonville or Bentall, Senator Dillon Place, and other places all around. They are rehabilitating them. The ghettos. The DEA guy I listened to him the other night. He said they've dismantled the ghettos, and what they have now, they're moving ghetto. The DEA people can be running behind and they can get it in the keke then or motorbike. They go to park somewhere in the dark, then people can buy it from them. At least we are getting somewhere. And let me just read my post that I just made. Why are they getting vexed that we are busting the cartel? We are scoring on another front. Yellow machines are being deployed across the country with Grand Jide, Maryland, and Riverside to receive their soon, maybe tomorrow. Thank you and good night.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Councilor Ma. Let Abba look here. Look at it open.
Yeah, let me just say a very merry and happy 26 to all Liberians listening to us today. I think our country is something we should be proud of. Our country is not where we want it to be, but together, as you see, when we put our hands together, we are getting there. It is not going to be overnight. It is not going to turn overnight, but it's going to happen. And we are going to be proud of this country. I believe it strongly that we are going to be proud of this country. There will be forces that will try to bring this country down, both domestic and foreign. There will be foreign people who think they can use our country's vulnerability for their own gains. Thank God we have a president that is not going to countenance that. Thank God that we have a president who's not looking for riches, to be getting wealthy by drug money. So he's going to do everything to crack it down. To some of our young people in the country who believe that we can get rich overnight and do it the wrong way, well, it's up to you. But when you are caught, a thief is never a thief until you are caught.
That's right.
You can never see the men are row until they catch you. So 99 days for a row, 1 day for the master. Joseph Burger Mastership start coming small. You might be looking at it. It is coming. And that will show you that Liberia is on a track, on an irreversible track forward. And I appreciate that. All of us as Liberians, wherever we are, we should start thinking that no way, even the president, if we start to see that he starts to backtrack, we must put him back on track. So we should not allow anything else to bring us backward. Absolutely. We must not take 10 steps forward now and take 50 steps backward again. We must always be moving forward. We will fall down along the road, but let's get up and move. And that is the only way we can get it. And you know, interestingly, guys, something happened yesterday, people. You know, yesterday, one more judge overturned jury verdict for jury tampering and misconduct. So
I saw the articles.
That where?
So in Tubmanburg, Bombing County, the 11th Judicial Circuit,
and then I posted something in the chat room yesterday.
There was a race.
I don't know if it was in the US or like
there's another one in the US too.
They jailed somebody for I think 10 years for the jury tampering thing.
Yeah, so there was a rape case before the judge of the 11th Judicial Circuit Court, and then the verdict came out not guilty, and they said the person was supposed to be free. But then after the jurors are left, they have been disbanded. It came to the judge's attention that there was tampering with the jury, and so the judge did an investigation, and yesterday gave his finding from the investigation and found that there was jury tampering and misconduct. So he sent those who were responsible to jail and overturned the not guilty verdict and order a new trial. It is not making news because it is not that rape case in a small, you know, and the reason I'm saying that is that imagine somebody go and rape somebody.
If you can just send it to me, I won't post it.
I will send it to you. But imagine you go and rape somebody's child.
Yeah.
Allegedly. And then you are taken to court. And then people manipulate the jurors so they can set you free. And they get to know that the people bribed the jurors and manipulated the jurors to set you free. You know? And you say that kind of not guilty verdict should just go.
So just stand.
It can't stand. You know, so the judge, let me thank the judge in that court for overturning that verdict and to order a new trial for that case. And that's just what I wanted to say. So more, I will get in and I'll send it to you. All right,
thank you so much.
All you guys, thank you very much, Blair. I wish you guys a very merry and a happy 26th, even though we on the side say we can't celebrate 26th, so they mind us. Yeah. That Dwalo our boss man, so that Dwalo gotta be looking up.
Okay, guys, y'all, thank you so much. I just want to highlight this in Grand Bassa County. JFK just sent some wheelchair for people with disability as a gift over the 26th period. It will go from Saturday the 25th to the 27th of July, July 25th to the 27th. So it says JFK Medical Center celebrates its Founders Day and 26th Independence with the people with disability in Grand Bassa County in Buchanan. So we want to say big shout out to JFK for doing this, for remembering our people across the county. This is what nation building is. This is what nation building is. We cannot forget the people in the county. The people that they will get a social development fund, they will get a county development fund, and will go to the people who say, Blair, your parting statement, my brother.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful evening. I really enjoy when I stay on the show to the end.
Yeah.
So when I'm leaving the show, most times I feel bad.
We understand the time.
The time difference. By the time we are around 10 o'clock, like Beretta, it's already 12 my time. So, but I mean, it's a beautiful show. The interaction with Minister Samuka was great. You know, what really caught my attention was the pay grade.
Yeah.
Our pay grade alone is those making that salary. They will almost be like living.
They will not play with a job.
It's a security. It's a security. Pay alone is a security.
They will not play with a job.
You want asked to pay, you think about your job and say, if I ask to
your
pay,
website will be you. Oh, your husband will get there with you. You play with that job?
Something that will come in between there. So at least that alone put each of those people in a in a library setting, the middle class family life.
That's right. That's absolutely. You get paid for inside, mid market inside,
mid market, everything inside, and live.
But you still think you are few or you find out.
So I mean, I really appreciate how they went about the pay grade system, for this particular yellow machine maintenance or operation. So tomorrow, no, we'll be back on Monday. I will go do my solo tomorrow. Sunday do my solo, and then Monday we'll be back.
Anyway, but man, over the weekend, if I get time, invite me. I would love to come on the show so we can chit chat a little bit whenever you can. Let me know so we can talk, my brother. My brother Abraham, before I come to you, let the other people dance for you small again. So we about and you're dancing all over the place. And all the superintendent ain't like, bro. If you're superintendent for any county, we want to see you developing your county. We'll be putting pressure on you. Go ahead.
And what did do? This guy, this guy was one of the quietest guy on campus.
You know him?
The guy. You see more one of the easiest men on campus, but more always on the sports side, on the sport tree.
I see.
The political side more on there. That guy, you were much more biblical, religious. I didn't know that, and you see he was so slim and small.
But it makes sense slim.
It's so slim, yeah.
I don't think he see himself.
My brother Abraham, Marcia, you're right, because if I'm married to Marcia and we struggling, like brother, give me $800 more job. To even get $200 more job, like brother, that's small thing. I get $800 more job. Then I go see 10 gallon fee or then I come with Marcia. I will not sleep now. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me say a very big thank you to Brandon Samukai for honoring our invitation for him to come here to be able to explain to the Nigerian people why it takes for us to be able to have a yellow machines in our county. This not only a huge mark, but this is a way of employment also, because 30 per county.
Yeah.
And that is not a huge, that is a huge number.
And 60 in 4 counties.
Yes.
There are 2 sets, yeah.
Yeah. So kudos to him. And when the president appointed Bernie to spearhead this yellow machine stuff, it was not strange to me that Bernie was going to do well, because I know Bernie from the day of the AFL days. I know him, and kudos to him, man. Kudos to him, kudos to our president. Mr. President, you are doing extremely well. You are doing well, and it is not just by coincidence that the Nigerian people elected you for you to be president. It is our time. This time, we'll use it. We'll try our best as much as possible so that we cannot be able to go back. Because see how far we have come. See how far we have come in less than 3 years. For us to be able to go back, no, I will say no to that. Oduaru, thank you for everything that you do for our Liberian people. And see you when I see you.
Thank you so much, and thank you to everybody, man. It's a great assignment. But if you see Miape Gono out of Nima County, what the superintendent is doing out there, now we get some highlights out of Grand Bassa County. I want to see that replication in Cape Mount. I want to see it in Bomi, in Wapolo, in Lofa. The superintendent, you got to challenge your leadership. The local government itself, you got to talk to your representatives and senators, especially the bigger counties with a lot more representatives. You got to shape tree. You got to do something in your county for the people. I know we focused heavily today on the yellow machines, but the yellow machine can be a pathway to really begin the developmental process that we spoke about. Remember in the beginning, I did speak about the traditional stage of development. This is where we are. We have to move a little bit more into a stage now where we begin some form of industrialization, which is the yellow machines, the agricultural machines, to start building small factories across the country, and then we gravitate a little bit more towards upper skill. We develop the mindset, the human capacity in the country. We go to industrialization, and then we go to mass consumption. Eventually, that's where we want to be. But initially, once we start putting men and women to work in the counties, now if you're in River G today, and you got 30 people now, additional 30 people making $800-900 in your county, you try to invest in something in a Kobosha, you invest in the if you can come on and find a little small machine, popcorn machine, you put it in River G, put it in Fish Town, because some people get small money. They men was not getting 16 girlfriend, they got to divide $800 16 way. So make sure you have no money girlfriend inside. Do something in your counties. Young men and women, if you don't have jobs, if they're fixing these roads, you can go there as day laborers. A lot of stuff will be coming to the counties, and I love that it's being localized to each county. So if you're in Riverset, all the employees will come from Riverset, unless of course they cannot find that expertise in Riverset. But if you're a son of Riverset, for example, and you're residing in Morovia and you want to go back home to Riverset, you can apply and you'll be giving preference. First preference will go to people from that local location. So this issue about developing our counties, President Bwakai, is onto something. The only people who are in opposition to the developments that are happening right now are people who believe government jobs are the power farm. Let me talk again. The only people who are in opposition with these drug boss across the country, the people don't want for people to take the drugs from across the country. There are people who had a hand in drugs and were benefiting from the drugs that were spreading across our country and destroying Liberia. That the only people will be in opposition to arrest of drugs across the country. Anybody who believes that the president arresting drugs, arresting individual, even if you're in government, the president say he will arrest you. The president say wherever it leads, he will arrest you. And anybody come and scream and say, oh, but why are you arresting Dwalu? Dwalu used to be talking for all, even though Dwalu said enjoy your releasing, I say woe unto that person. If Dwalu, you can do good at one point and then you turn to a bad person, we got the consequences for it. So just because Blair been doing great, and then Blair decided to do something that is heinous, it don't mean we'll let Blair go. Let Blair go back to his great ways. That's why you cause consequence then. So if you're selling drugs in our country, we can get mercy for you. If you won't be sleeping with small children in, we don't get mercy for you. If you won't go ahead and like become a B-roll, especially taking the poor money, me I get mercy for you. Anything you're doing to stop Liberia, if you want to take our water all the way in Kema and you pollute the water, where the children will grow brain cancer. When by the time they turn to the yellow, they can't think right because you not destroy the brain. I don't get mercy for you. Call me wicked if you want. I don't get mercy for anybody who won't destroy Liberia. Because Liberia, they're not getting land. Liberia, that the children were coming beyond all that will carry Liberia in front. So if you destroy the children, you destroy Liberia. Blair, before you close, you got any comment before I part this thing tonight?
Yeah, I just want to show the people, Sonny, if you see anything like this on Facebook, don't take it serious. They're not fixing it again. They say if an executive mansion will immediately effect President Baka suspend. So if you see anything like that, don't panic. It's not true. They may not just doing their own stuff.
Go to official sites. I'll let it tell people go to official government sites.
Executive mansion page.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't take anything on Facebook. And you're on an obligation. I think a few months ago, the president or the information minister said, listen, anybody can go right now and publish it. Okay. And Dwadu was arrested today in Massachusetts for shoplifting. And then you just are running with blue. I'm not saying it's allowed, but there's an easy way you can verify whether Dwadu was shoplifting in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Don't just put anything on your page that you cannot. Oh, they say in Belgium today they arrested Blair because Blair put Dennis time put him in here.
Oh.
They just put it on your screen. Blair has to be made to be putting something put him in here.
And why they put one time on Facebook, they said I'm undocumented in Belgium. Police looking for me.
If you were,
they said Belgium police looking for me. I'm illegal, and I have no idea what.
Okay, so these little propaganda try to verify for yourself. Our people, you gotta verify, but we want development, clean water in Bopulu, in Dead Black Horse, running water inside. Now some people will say, but I running water with drink. I know that I want water with drink. Okay, like quick water with drink. I want to do with you. That yellow machine will eat, then yellow machine will eat. But that yellow machine can maybe eat.
Nothing I get used to him. As a result, everything he made out of the country.
Yeah.
When he came back, I don't want to miss his passing through.
In return, comment.
In return, I ain't let to miss it.
Yeah.
Because that one question, I know something will come from there that will go viral. Okay.
But I don't know. I say God, I'm making new lane. I'm making new lane. Look, young Liberians. Before I leave tonight, I want to say it. The Pape said this from the beginning. He has continued on his path. I don't think he's going to change, especially not at his age. He said, "I am not here to govern for the next election." Because the Pape understands one thing: if you take care of the people, elections will take care of themselves. Let me talk again. The Pape say you're not governing for the next election, so you're not going to make decisions for election. You're going to make decisions that are in the best interest of the Liberian people. Yes, some people will cry along the way, but eventually they will say, "But the Pape mean well." He say he's governing for the next generation. So in order to be able to govern for the next generation, you have to make some tough decisions. So when you open an alleyway where people living in the alley, some people will cry small. He don't mean he hate them or he won't make them homeless, but he won't make their lives better. So instead of just 10 people occupying the alley, now 2 million people will get to use that alley. This is the essence of government. So people, there's not a single thing that President Baka has done as a leader of Liberia that harms the population. Everything he has done has always helped the population. Now, I will concede this point. There will be some people who say, "Oh, boy, I was living in the alley, they broke my house down." Yes, it may be considered harm to you, but it's technically it's not a harm given that you do not belong in an alley to begin with. You're not supposed to be building your home in an alley. You're not supposed to go build your home on somebody's land. You're not supposed to go and steal current. So when they come to your home, they put you in jail. They're not the president putting you in jail. That yourself putting yourself in jail. Nobody in Liberia will just kind of arrest you when you not do nothing. When you take somebody's meter, you use the meter, you be stealing current, and then when LEC can they arrest you, you say, "Oh, Joe Baga government, they arresting LEC people." There were people during mobile model one of the protest. They made them were brave. They said we used to sell our drugs, but President Baga said he taking the drug from all up.
Yeah, I don't know the first protest.
Yeah, people were brave to say that. And some people say, "You see, President Baga don't want people to eat. He's taking food from people more." The Pape don't care about that thing there. You will not kill the children, and then you say that food you put in your mouth. So if you were selling drug, all the drug people don't want there in the country because the president arresting all the drug. I say, woe unto you. Woe unto you. Whoever you are, I don't care you in government or you my power or you my man or if you selling drug in the community, they will arrest you. So you can't do it again. He must be not understand. You're just leaving to go. He must be understand when you come there here. This is not new. Since human being was human being.
Okay, Dwalu, you came to protest for the government to fix the system.
Yeah.
Then you bring somebody, the system you want to fix.
Yeah.
When somebody come to you say, "I'm going to protest." I know you ask the man, "Why are you going to protest for?" A man say, "We selling our drugs, that's how we used to sell it."
Yeah.
But you want to fix the day you bring the man to can't talk, but he want to sell his drugs in the government. But which system they push your face now? If you bringing men, if you bringing somebody to tell the president, please let us sell our drugs, then why are you protesting for?
Yeah.
The protest makes sense.
The president made sense. And then they were really selling drug in the country. The two were all about, I love it. You see that stages of drug removal in any society. First, they have permanent ghettos. Now they have dismantled all the ghetto. They got roaring ghettos, right? So now they put it on wheels on motorcycle. No problem. When the DEA arrests you with a motorcycle, the motorcycle don't belong to you. No, but the Liberian law, the President Baga behind you. Liberian law said, if me here, in my home, why in Liberia over there? I got several places in Liberia. One of my buildings, somebody go rent one of my building and they start selling drugs in it. I got responsibility. I'm supposed to make sure the person now. I have to call the police. And the police determine that I'm facilitating that. They will take my whole building and the government will sell it.
Forfeit.
So you're not allowed to do that. So if somebody selling drug in your hall and you know they're selling drug in your hall, you're not calling the police to move them from there. Or you're not moving from there. When they take your hall, they're selling it. They lay where it only not for you. The government will rack it. They give it to the DEA. They buy new pickup for the DEA so they can find more in it. That's the law. That I'm President Baga.
That's it.
My brother Blair, have a great weekend. Happy 26th.
You too, brother.
Yeah. Live
Class Reloaded, the #1 online show that brings the truth. Showcasing JNB and JKK progress all across the country.
Oh, the Class Reloaded, we are online every day. Showcasing progress the Liberian way.
Well,
JMB and JKK, they're making the way. The Class Reloaded, we're shining today. Hey. Oh.
From Monrovia City to the other counties, development talk shake the country. We talk the truth, we don't lie. The rescue mission making people smile. Roads getting better, schools better, electricity stable, no more hoping. We see the change, we see the light. Unity Party doing things right. Who talk the facts?
The Class Reloaded.
Who bring the vibe?
The Class Reloaded.
Support development.
The Class Reloaded.
Who better arise again?
Oh yes we can.
Who talk the facts?
The Class Reloaded.
Who bring the vibe?
The Class Reloaded.